Come on, Scotland. I'll leave that until we get to kick off against Haiti. From us here live in New York City, hopefully you enjoyed our first show. We'll be back tomorrow at the usual time. We're going to get used to this. At the usual time of 8 a.m. over here, 1 o'clock with you back in the UK. What about the World Cup? Is the US of A ready for the World Cup? I went out with producer Luke and assistant producer Joe in the streets of Lower Manhattan yesterday, and we kind of gauged the feeling. You lot ready for this?
I think the country will probably be most into it right in the group stage, because that's probably when we're going to do the best, unfortunately. You know, I think there are great soccer towns in America. I'm not sure New York is one of them.
Not that much this year, to be honest. With the Knicks in the finals, I think that's taken the attention of the city.
It doesn't sound like they're buying tickets, so, I mean, only so much. Yeah. I mean, they're not really buying into it. Did they not sell out the first game? Is that what I heard?
I don't follow soccer that much, so no. And then as a person who lives here, it's going to be quite disruptive for us. So, you know, but hey, should be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's at MetLife Stadium, so there's a lot of attraction there. You know, the Giants play there, the Jets play there, so there's going to be a lot of people flying in from overseas to check out the games for sure. Yeah.
So it's the biggest World Cup ever. Might it be the best World Cup ever?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Knicks, you know, but we'll get to the World Cup when we get there.
Gotta watch something. Gotta support everybody.
Okay, and the USA are in it. Obviously, they're one of the host nations.
But we ain't gonna win.
No, who'll win it?
More likely gonna be Spain.
Yeah, probably. How's Birmingham, Alabama?
Hot, mosquitoes, a lot of loud talking people.
Birmingham, Alabama. Wow, as the song goes.
That's where you can say howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'll remember that next time when I'm down in that part of the world. Do you think this place is ready for it?
Yeah, I've been around to a lot of the cities now, most of them actually, and they're ready. This is a little bit different here just because the Knicks are in the final. If the Knicks weren't in the final, it would be a little bit more prepped with regard. And don't forget that it's also in New Jersey where the stadium is, not in central New York. And if you're on Manhattan, you're in another.
talkSPORT Sports Update, brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction, delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
With the headlines at 4 minutes past 4, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. Has Ben Stokes let down England with his antics in West London? talkSPORT's asked England's managing director, Rob Key.
I think one of the reasons why Ben Stokes is such a good leader is because he has a huge amount of empathy. So whenever anything happens, even if it wasn't involving him, he always feels it. And I can only imagine that with this situation, he feels the same with this.
He's also told us now is not the time to review his captaincy. You can watch the full interview on the talkSPORT cricket YouTube channel. Stokes and Atkinson have been dropped for the second test against New Zealand. Jofra Archer's back in. Omar Artan has been appointed as referee for the UEFA Super Cup. Simon Jordan says it's a bit of point scoring against FIFA.
Well, let's understand the UEFA's motivations to give FIFA a bloody eye. They don't like the idea of a World Club Championship. They don't like the fact that the FIFA organisation are coming into the domestic game. So there's gamesmanship going on there. Yeah. I wouldn't sit there with Sefa and going, oh, you wonderful individual.
Now, it's our understanding a number of Wolves players, including new signings like Kieran Trippier, are angry over Rob Edwards' sacking. We understand that Edwards was sacked over the phone after seeing rumours of his replacements on social media. Steve Bruce says he was shocked to hear the news himself.
He basically took over the team knowing that they were relegated.
Yeah.
And I think all it was, he was a Wolves fan, and that's why he was, that was his club of his dreams and this, that and the other. And then all of a sudden for him to lose his job is quite remarkable.
Cesar Peixoto is apparently lined up to replace him. Elsewhere, as Anthony Gordon's leaving the northeast for Barcelona, it's our understanding Newcastle are in advanced talks for a replacement. They're targeting Osasuna and Spain winger Victor Munoz. And Scott McTominay has missed Scotland training today due to illness. He has until Sunday to recover, as that's when Scotland take on Haiti in their World Cup opener. That's at 2 a.m. UK time, live on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT News.
The Defence Secretary's quit over MOD spending budget, and Ryanair in hot water over charging parents to sit with their kids. Sinead has more at 5:30.
talkSPORT weather, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Wet and windy as rain spreads eastwards. That rain will be heavy at times, but easing in the west, feeling muggy under cloud cover.
Seen signs, encouraging signs. To dare is to poo.
Jace, what are you doing?
We've got a show to do, Benty.
It's absolutely freezing. I ain't doing
Seen
a show
signs, mate.
Hurry up, mate. Will you? The World Cup's about
Encouraging
to start.
signs. World Cup Game Day live on talkSPORT. It's coming home.
The greatest and most prestigious football tournament in the world.
We are inviting the world back.
I'm Ben Jacobs, US men's national team reporter
really
here on the West Coast, including right in the heart of
welcome the world. And so to the football. It's Iniesta to win the World Cup for Spain.
The magic matches and the fantastic football.
Germany in seventh heaven. Brazil in footballing hell. And France are the World Cup winners in 2018.
Anyone could win this World Cup.
Mbappe has a hat-trick. He has his place in history.
To all the French team, we love you, and we're going to come back in 4 years.
Yamal, 25 yards out, right of centre, left-footed corner! Oh my goodness! Harry Kane attacking it. Stoops, conquers, and England leads.
I think everything is possible, but we have to make it possible.
Well, it will be a fantastic event. There will be 104 Super Bowls in 1 month.
Scotland are going to the World Cup finals! Kenny McLean!
The real test now will be when we get there. How can we turn up?
Dust off your passports, pack your suitcases. England are on their way.
Hello and happy World Cup Day, everyone. You are listening to World Cup Game Day live every afternoon from 4 o'clock. We'll be building up to the evening's action. This is talkSPORT, and we're bringing, yes, all 104 games, starting tonight in Mexico versus South Africa and finishing with a final on the 19th of July. We have you covered. Don't take my word for it, though. Here's your fantastic team all over North America.
I'm Ben Jacobs, US men's national team reporter here on the West Coast, including right in the heart of Hollywood, and I'll be bringing you every moment and movement of Maurizio Pochettino's team.
Hey, I'm Adrian Durham, and I'll be at every England game, taking you close to the action.
And I'm Faye Carruthers, and I'll be based in Kansas, bringing you all the news from Thomas Tuchel's squad.
Hi guys, Alex Crook here in Dallas, and here we are in a wonderful little locals pub, the Harwood Tavern. We only came out for a couple of quiet ones. Locals have got us on the shot, but they are embracing this World Cup spirit. It's absolutely sweltering here. So a little bit of preparation for what the England players and fans can expect when they play their first game not too far away in Arlington. We're going to bring you all the colour from Dallas. And I promise we won't spend too much time in this bar. Maybe.
Hello, my name's Shabana Hearn and welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm the Scotland correspondent for talkSPORT, and I'll be bringing you everything you need to know as Steve Clarke prepares the Scotland side to win the first World Cup game since 1990.
Yes, we're joined every day by a brilliant team across the continent. Adrian Durham, talkSPORT's England correspondent, Faye Carruthers, talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook. By the way, what's going on with his minces? Transfer guru, Ben Jacobs, and the voice of Scotland, Shaban Ahern, as well as that. White and Jordan will bring you their show in its new slot at 1 p.m, live from New York every day. And during the knockout stages, Benty and Goldstein will be joined by the team across the pond. Keep it talkSPORT. You will not miss a thing. Happy World Cup Day, everyone. We've got a crowd, we've got a band, and we've got Benty. Hello, sir. Here we go, come on!
Yeah, I'm good, you?
How are you, matey?
Sorry,
Are you
sorry, crooked eyes.
What's going on with his winces? What's happened? There's been a fight last night.
Honestly. He spent a lot of time in that bar, I'm telling you.
I think so. He just pulled out of it.
And someone's just gone, do you know what? We need you to quickly record something. And he's had to do it, but his eyes all over the place. All over the place.
Playing football with his nose. Benty, let's welcome, by the way. Have you got World Cup fever?
Yeah, I love it.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I love it.
Sitting there in a Brazil shirt. I know you love Brazil.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with that, Benty. Nothing wrong. But I mean, slightly disloyal. You played for England.
I know, but still. You know what I mean? As a fan of football, good football.
Okay. Good football. England don't play good football.
But this one's only got 4 stars because this was pre-2002. But
right, okay.
This is from 94.
Right, okay.
I believe, yeah.
But you've got World Cup fever.
Yeah, I can't wait. Love it.
I cannot wait. It does feel as though it's happening now because it's been a bit of a slow burner. I don't. Why is it the kickoff times? Do you think maybe? But when I walked into the office today, there's a talkSPORT party. It's the launch show. As I said, we've got a crowd here and we've got a band. We'll be going to them in a second. But it feels like it's here now.
Do you know what it is? I think because in America, soccer, as they call it, is not really one of their major sports. Like, they've done their job and it's going to look great, look fantastic. But they've also got the NBA going on at the minute, the finals.
Still playing that,
they've got so many different sports, and soccer comes quite far down. If it had been in a European country or even in Mexico, just Mexico, it'd be crazy. But I think at the minute that's why it's been a little bit of a slow start.
Maybe you're right. Just quickly, Benty, thoughts on last night? I mean, against New Zealand, it was never going to be a spectacle because the fact that he wanted to get minutes in the legs. The Arsenal lads hadn't turned up. There's 2 separate teams. I was encouraged by what I saw, actually. I really was impressed. Certainly up to the first water break, I thought we were good.
Yeah, played really well, created chances. Thought Drew Bellingham was good again last night. I thought
Anthony Gordon's, could he play himself in?
Potentially. I mean, I'd still probably opt for Rashford a little bit, probably ahead of him. But I think Thomas Tuchel's got big decisions, although I think he already knows what team he's going to play. I think the discussion about Rodgers and Bellingham, and I get it, Rodgers has been brilliant this season. Bellingham's always going to start.
100%.
Has to start.
But also as well, I don't get this right, because the bench can win you a game.
Yeah.
In the modern game now, that's just the way.
But they're called finishers now, aren't they? They're no longer substitutes.
They're not finishers.
They're finishers.
No, they are, okay. Yeah. This is the World Cup Game Day live show. Myself, Jason Cundy, and Darren Bent. We get the party started here at talkSPORT with our studio audience. And we'll be joined in the studio shortly by former England defender Carl Walker and Charlie Adam. It's now time to introduce the band, the London Mariachi Band. They're here. Go for it, guys.
Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielo lindo, los corazones. De la Sierra Morena, cielo lindo viene bajando.
Yeah, that's the London Mariachi Band now. Now it's time to get the latest from the England camp with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
On England's Corner, on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yes, England completed their preparations in for this summer's World Cup with a 3-0 win over Costa Rica last night. Goals from Rice, Gordon and Watkins sent England into the opening game against Croatia next week on a high. Thomas Tuchel spoke to talkSPORT afterwards and he was delighted with what he saw.
Very good match today. Very good energy, intensity on highest level, counter pressing on highest level, and on the ball, off the ball. Very good team performance from everyone, from the guys who started, from the guys who finished the match. So it was exactly what we wished for, and was the next step that we wanted. And congratulations to everyone. It was well done.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel speak to talkSPORT after the game. Benty, it ticked for me every box he wanted: clean sheet, goals, no injuries, players had minutes under their belt, and I think he's had a good look at that double pivot, right, of Rice and Anderson.
Oh, strong that, innit?
Anderson, he's like a quarterback, isn't he? Keeps receiving the ball, comes and get it to feet, allows Rice to be a little bit like Yumba, be a proper number 8, right, and go and join.
Well, I think that's Declan Rice's strengths now, not just to sit in front of the back four. It's go and get goals, get assists, use that energy and the engine that he's got. And you're right. I think he would have learnt a lot from last night. A lot of people are making a lot of Pickford's performance. A lot of people are saying they're not convinced about Jordan Pickford. I necessarily don't agree.
I don't agree.
But a lot of people are saying that potentially.
What's the answer? There's no answer, is there?
Well, at the minute, I don't see it. I don't think there's a
He's
better
not,
goalkeeper.
that conversation can be part, because there's no way Thomas Tuchel is making a change there. That is set in stone.
Yeah, well, he's been England's number one for...
The problem is, though, I think the game was so easy. I didn't really like what he did when he started taking... You know, he's dribbled through, he gives the ball away.
Yeah.
Come on. Mate, do you know, but you'd rather that mistake now...
Then next week.
100%. So maybe it's given a little bit of a reminder that don't be too cocky. But,
potentially, but no, I'm happy with what England... What we saw. I think Madueke, I thought he looked sharp, although his chance... But this is... Obviously, you've watched Madueke a lot, and so have I.
Right. We're going to say the same thing.
Right. That last night epitomised of what I've seen of Madueke this season, because I call him the nearly man.
Yeah,
he always nearly does something really... Like the run through was brilliant, the timing of the run, the little drag with the studs. The last part, which makes it spectacular, he misses the goal.
Yeah, I've got a theory on this, though, right? Only left footers do that. Right footers take it with the left. If it's the other side, left footers are so left-footed... He should naturally, that should naturally his right foot, right?
Just roll it in.
But left footers don't do it.
No. And it's harder because his body's going this way, the ball's rolling this way.
Yeah, he's got to open his body up. And he makes the skill. Here, to cut the questions, who plays alongside Gehi?
Konza. It has to, I've been saying that.
I don't think he does.
He should do, though.
Okay, whoever plays, is there a massive debate? Is there a mistake in it? Can he make a mistake at this stage, Tuchel, by playing either one of them?
I think so, because Stones hasn't played all year. He's still going to be a bit rusty. Konza's played really well for Villa this year. They've won a European trophy.
Right, okay.
He's been outstanding. So Stones hasn't played.
Yeah, but
the higher the opposition, all of a sudden you need that little bit of...
No, but he's a Class X Stones, isn't he?
I get it, but still get rusty.
Okay. What about on the right? Madueke or Saka? Saka came off the bench. Does he start him?
I think Tuchel likes Madueke, you know. And even before Madueke got injured, I think Thomas Tuchel was like, do you know what? Because remember when Thomas Tuchel's first couple of games, there were stinkers, weren't they? He didn't play very well.
No, it didn't.
It was only Anderson and Madueke who came out with any kind of...
Right.
I think he really likes Madueke, so it wouldn't surprise me if he started.
Okay. And the only other question is, I've already asked you, but you think Rashford gets the nod?
I think so, yeah. Although Gordon looked super sharp.
Yeah,
super sharp.
Didn't he? He looked like that player for Barcelona.
The hair looks unbelievable now, doesn't it?
Has he got
more volume to it. Now he's gone Barca, more volume to the hair.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that foreign glow.
Yeah, I get it. So the team is going to be Reece James.
Yeah.
A body alongside Gehi.
I think Konza, yeah.
O'Reilly?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
I think so.
It has to be. Whoever Saka out at the right or
I think he's going to go Madueke.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, any thoughts on that? 03717223344. That was a look at the latest England camp with Enterprise Rent a Car. They're here for it.
On England's Corner on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent a Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
You are listening to World Cup Game Day Live. Thanks for your company. We're taking calls. Are England in a good shape going into the World Cup next Wednesday against Croatia? Live here on talkSPORT. Get your calls in 03717 22 3344.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you're pleased for him. 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where you can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy, because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans, because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling on how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfried Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nicol was there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there with, and then Jay Heaps and then myself.
And Paul Marin as well.
I think what Wilfried did, he adapted to the US culture and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at Villa. He's the boss. He knows what he's doing. When I first got there,
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas, including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
Por la tierra yo me voy, las estrellas y la luna me dicen por dónde voy. Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
It's the Mariachi Band, London there, building up the atmosphere as Mexico take on South Africa later on this evening while listening to World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. To you by Burger King Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app. It's me, Jason Cunn, alongside Darren Bent, and with our official World Cup launch party live from talkSPORT HQ. Don't you know, still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adam alongside former England right back Kyle Walker. Now, though, let's take a look at the latest odds with Bet365.
On the ball, on talkSPORT with Bet365. Check out more offers than ever before this summer. Head over to Bet365 and see why it's never ordinary. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
And to help us guide us through all of the odds, we're joined by Bet365 Steve Threef. Steve-O, good evening, sir.
Jace, how are you doing, pal?
All right, bud. How are you? How's things? You good? You looking forward to this?
Oh, can't wait. Yeah, it's been a long few days waiting for it, mate. Everything is ready for tonight, and everything, hopefully, as a Mexico backer, I am hoping that Mexico get off to an absolute flyer.
Right, tournament winner. There's two dogs out at the front, Spain and France. I mean, I'm guessing that's still the same case, right?
It is. It's very positive from a European point of view, Jace, because it's 1-4 about a European winner in this World Cup. So it's 9-2 Spain and 9-2 France. The money has come late for France, but it's the two of them at the top, as you'd expect, really, those two at 9-2. And then England are on the drift a little bit at 7-1. They have been 13-2. We're also boosted them, Jace, at the moment as well. So they're out to 8-1. And then, of course, we've got the likes of Portugal, Brazil, Argentina and Germany at 15-2, 9-1, 9-1 and 14-1, respectively.
What about the odds on the Golden Boot winner?
Who do you fancy, Darren?
Mbappe.
Say it's,
Mbappe.
Yeah.
He's favourite, and he's looking to be the first player to go back to back, isn't he, as well? So he's 11-2 to do that. Harry Kane, second favourite, will be the oldest actual Golden Boot winner if he manages to do that. So he's 7-1. The money throughout qualifying has come for the Spain striker Errazabal, who was 33-1 during qualifying. He's actually into 12-1 now. So there's a lot of shrewdies were on him earlier. And, of course, the group games also suit Spain as well. Erling Haaland, I don't know what you think, Lance, but I think it's quite short at 16-1. I mean, Norway are in quite a tough group, aren't they?
They are in a tough group, to be fair, but he's a goal pig, isn't he?
Yeah.
He'll probably fill his boots in the group stage.
Yeah, there may well be some chances. He doesn't mind a hat-trick, does he?
No, he doesn't, no.
He doesn't want a hat-trick or 6. And Messi as well. Sorry, I didn't mess him. Messi's at 16-1. And Ronaldo, of course. How could you not mention Ronaldo, who's probably about as old as me now, but he's 20-1 to finish with the Golden Boot.
And what about the Golden Ball?
Yes, Harry Kane leads this market, which might surprise you a little bit at 7-1. And the second favourite is Lamine Yamal, who's also favourite for the Young Player Award. And, of course, he's injured at the moment. So, again, it's one of those where I think he'll miss the first game or two. So if Spain go deep, of course, then the money will come even more for Lamine Yamal. Your man Mbappe, Darren, he's 10-1. He's the third favourite, the same price as Lionel Messi, who's aiming to win it for an incredible third time. And quite a lot of money the last few days, especially after his hat-trick, has been for Michael Elise of France, who's been backed into 10-1. And Bruno also has been very well supported at 20-1. Our biggest loser is actually Pedri. 52% of the slips staked on this market have been for Pedri, who's currently a 20-1 poke.
Wow. Steve, good stuff. We'll catch up tomorrow, matey. Take care.
All the best, Mads. Thank you.
Cheers, bud. That's the latest odds with our friends at Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
On the ball, on talkSPORT with Bet365. Get your money back in free bets if your bet builder doesn't come in on every England game. Max free bet varies per customer. Bet restrictions and T's and C's apply. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Now, time to hear some of your shared takes with Burger King.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
We're taking your calls. Are England in good shape going into the World Cup? 03717 223344 is the number. Matthew, the Middlesbrough fan, has dialed. Matty, happy World Cup Day, my friend.
Happy World Cup Day, gents. Good to speak to you both.
You got World Cup fever?
Yeah, how are you?
You got World Cup fever?
Yeah, getting there, mate. Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, it's contagious. It's contagious.
Be a bit better once we kick off. Yeah, but I think we've got a good chance. Fancy us.
What do you want to say, bud?
I just want to say, look, I sort of agree with Bentley, actually. I think Madueke will start ahead of Saka. Don't know if it's the right choice, but I think he will. And I think we've left one of the better centre-backs at home who you would want to play with Gahey in Harry Maguire, but that's a different story.
Matthew, you think Aaron Maguire's had a better season than Konza?
I think Konza's had a good season, but Harry Maguire's never put a foot wrong in that England shirt, ever.
So I get that, but I think at some point that's got to wear out, no? When, do you know what I mean?
No, I didn't see the conversation about Konza. I thought the conversation was going to be about Stones.
He's gone Maguire at home.
Maguire or Stones?
Yeah, he's gone Maguire at home.
Well, sorry. Yeah. Well, Stones is great, but he hasn't really played. So beyond about that rustiness and will it wear off? You'd probably then play him early in the early stages, get rid of some of that rust, see how he gets on.
No, listen, I get what you're saying, but no, I'm going. I think Konza this season for Villa has been outstanding.
Okay, I'll ask the Perry this. Matt, I'll come to you first. Who do you think Tuchel starts? Who do you think he goes with?
I think he's going to start Konza.
Okay, you?
Yeah, I agree.
But start Stones, you know.
Do you think he puts Konza at right back? Or do you think Reece starts?
No, I think Reece is at right back, mate. But he's got cover at Konza at right back.
Yeah,
I think he starts Reece, mate. He loves Reece.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's why.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, I think Konza's had a good season. I don't think you cannot start him.
Is it coming home, Matt? Horrible question, that. What a horrible question. Huh?
Yeah, I think there's a real good chance.
Is it coming home, gang? Yeah! It's coming home, is it?
Well, yeah, but you need to ask where's home. Because there's a Brazil shirt over there, there's a Portugal shirt over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so. I think we've got a real good chance. Spain have a good chance for me. That's my
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, they're favourites. You've not stuck your neck out far there, matey boy. Listen, appreciate the call, matey. Happy World Cup Day. And if you've got a shared take on your own, you can voice note us or simply give us a call on 03717 223344. All thanks to our friends at Burger King.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. We got an audience. We got a band. Oh, I thought he was going to play. Thought he was going to give us a little bit. Give us a bit of the guitar. Come on, give us a little bit of a riff there. We got an audience. Yeah. And we got a band. And we got Darren Ben. Get your calls in, gang. 03717 223344.
Necesita una poca de gracia para ti, para mí, y arriba y arriba.
I thought that the 21 players today were absolutely brilliant. How all played well. The only person I didn't think contributed very much down the right was James. I was very disappointed with him. He didn't really support the winger, and that was a concern, not like the left-hand side, which was absolutely brilliant. But one other point I just want to bring up, we made 11 substitutes. You can't do that in the World Cup, I'm afraid. You know, we're going to have to keep some of the players on, and as long as the back four keep okay, we'll be able to make the other 5 substitutes at the business end.
Yeah, I mean, it's a friendly, and that was used as that. He'd done something.
Just minutes, get the boys minutes under the belt.
They've got
in these conditions.
They've got an hour's football tomorrow. Another friendly. He'll probably change things around. There's a number of players that came on 71 minutes. Have highlighted those. I think today's exercise, or last night's it was, I think it ticked all the boxes, Gemma.
It's put us in a great position. I think we're in the best position to be, finally trying to bring this home. I think the players all look up for it. The cohesion, the style is what we've been crying out for. Yeah. That aggressive front foot, punishing teams, attacking football because we've got the players to do it. Not being afraid of anyone. And I think that's the style we've all been crying for, and we're finally seeing it.
Yeah. Who starts centre half for you, Cole?
Oh, Stones and Gay, without a doubt. I put Concert out on the right, or bring in Spence and put him on the right.
Yeah, not dropping Reece James.
Well, I don't think James contributed.
Could the England cricket team be banned from drinking while in camp? This all over that incident on Monday, which has seen Ben Stokes and Gus Atkinson dropped from the second test against New Zealand. England managing director Rob Key has told talkSPORT they can't even trust their players to stick by the current rules.
Should it be a case that they're drinking after a game, even if they win, even if you think that these are grown men that can make good decisions, they need to show us, myself in this management position, as well as the ECB, that they can be trusted. At the moment, they don't look like that.
Rob has also told us now is not the time to review Stokes' captaincy. Now, Omar Artan, the referee blocked from entering the US for the World Cup, has been appointed to officiate the UEFA Super Cup. Simon Jordan says it's a positive, but it's gamesmanship from UEFA against FIFA. He's also told us there's a reason he can enter Europe and not the US.
The US has a different visa approach, it has a different immigration policy than different countries, and every country has a unique perspective. And if he hasn't qualified, whether we agree with it or not, for the visa application criteria that the Americans put in there. It's got nothing to do with what's happening in Europe. We've got a completely different immigration policy.
Don't forget, talkSPORT will bring you the first kick of the tournament later at 7 p.m. when Mexico take on South Africa. And Wimbledon's prize money is up by 20% this year. The pot is now over £64 million. Get more at talksport.com.
Dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando.
Yes, World Cup fever has spread. It's happy World Cup Day to one and all. You are listening to World Cup Game Day here on talkSPORT with me, Jason Cundy, and Darren Bent. It's our official World Cup launch party, everyone. Sarah Carver joined the studio by former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adam alongside former England right back Carl Walker. But now, let's head out to the office here at talkSPORT HQ, where everyone is enjoying our World Cup launch party. Our roving reporter Angelina Kelly will be chatting to some array of fans throughout the show, and she joins us now. Angelina, have you got World Cup fever?
Of course I've got World Cup fever. Who hasn't got World Cup fever, especially being in this talkSPORT office right now? You're not going to believe what's going on. We've got beer, we've got fancy dress. As you can see, the bar is completely stacked. Everyone's enjoying themselves. I'll make my way over here. We've got a few of the talkSPORT massive over here. We got World Cup fever, guys. Yeah, of course. We've got a few Mexican treats. We've got nachos. We've got little chocolate footballs. We've got straws with flags on it. We've got it all going on. I'm seeing a few shirts around the office. Hopefully there's not going to be any scraps between nations. We're going to keep it clean. But yes, definitely World Cup fever has hit this talkSPORT office.
Angelina, I've never seen so many people in the office. Has that free beer got something to do with it? I don't know.
I mean, I didn't want to say that, Jason, do you know what I mean? But I'm going to hazard a guess. I mean, it looks quite good, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a free beer on the day of the World Cup? There we go. Oh, I've even got one now. Can I drink on the show?
Let me know what it tastes like. Go on, have a little sip.
No, I'm staying professional to the end of the show. Come on now.
Honestly, it's crazy. So, Angelina, talk to me then. What are you expecting from the old World Cup? Are you looking forward to it? Have you got the fever?
Of course, I'm heading out to Dallas on Monday with talkSPORT. I'll be mixing with all of the England fans. Looking forward to getting some good barbecue food in Dallas. It's supposed to be amazing out there. Then heading to Boston, New York, be linking up with some other people at talkSPORT whilst we're there. So yeah, really, really excited for it. I think that it's going to be a good group for England. I mean, you don't want to get too excited, but then after watching the game last night, you allow yourself to just get a little bit and think, oh, could it be happening? Could it be coming home? But yeah, cannot wait to just be out there and come across a few of these fans and also see how many American people, how much they know about, I'm not going to say soccer, I'm going to say football, how much they know about it. I can't, yeah. And also, see if they, if maybe Jason Cundy, if they've come across him, has anyone seen? Maybe they might have a few masks out there. I'm going to find out for you.
Angela, top staff, she'll be joining us throughout the show to bring us a flavour of the atmosphere on the talkSPORT floor, and there'll be a whole host of other fans that she will be interviewing. What are you looking at me?
Do you know what mask you need?
What do you mean?
Trump.
Oh, that's a great shout.
That is the next mask you need. Trump.
It's too late, though, mate. By the time the mask turns up...
Can't I knock it together in a couple of hours?
I don't make them.
No, but you know someone who does.
I don't know. It's got nothing to do with me. It's producer Ryan that sorts all that out, mate.
Yeah.
It's a good shout. Why didn't you say that to me a couple of months ago?
Because I don't see you.
Got my number?
True, I could have done that.
Message me.
Yeah, all the sort of
now it's time for a World Cup date as we slide into game day with Burger King.
sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
It's Kieran Trippier. Oh, it's in! What a start for England! Yes! It's a goal! It's a goal! It's goal! A wonder goal from the Wonder Kids, Lamine Yamal! It's a goal! Boom! He scored twice in 2 minutes, and Kylian Mbappe has turned the World Cup final on his head. Oh! Miles over the line!
That Mark Saggers line. Are you FIFA? Yeah. Are you FIFA? We'll never, ever, ever get over that. Of course, with the Frank Lampard goal that could have made it 2-2 against Germany. Yes, this is our new daily feature. World Cup Day. See what they've done there as we round up all the latest from the World Cup with Burger King each day. We'll be choosing 3 key talking points to discuss ahead of all of the action. OK, we can start with Cristiano Ronaldo because he's played over an hour for Portugal last night. They beat Nigeria 2-1, by the way, but he missed a host of chances. Well, questions still remaining on whether the 41-year-old should start this summer. European football expert Andy Brassel joined the Trans-Europe Express Sunday, and he had this to say.
He's fit enough to show the fact that he's the best finisher in the world, really. And I think that's the most important thing for them. So, look, I think that they've kind of worked out, like, again, Fernando Santos worked it out a decade ago, that really you've got to provide Ronaldo with the opportunity to do as little running as possible and just do what he's good at, which is putting the ball in the back of the net. So if they can do that without feeling like they have to go to him all the time, then they've got a chance.
Andy Brassel there from Trans-Europe Express on Sunday. Benty, there is no doubt he is the greatest finisher the world has ever seen, in my opinion. Certainly in my
finisher. Yeah, okay.
Right. Oh,
I think Messi's finishing finesse. He's got everything.
He's the greatest goal scorer.
Yeah, that I agree with. 100%.
The greatest goal scorer then, right?
Yep.
Right? But he's not Peter Pan.
No.
You know, there's going to come a point, there's always a stage in someone's career where eventually...
Well, I think it's come already. Yeah. And I get it.
Are we right in that...
I covered Portugal a lot in the last Euros, and he wasn't a Ronaldo. And the problem you've got is that, first of all, he's a big personality and he's a legend of the sport. I get that, but out of possession, Portugal are playing with 10 men because he can't press. And the further you go in any tournament, you can't have any passengers. Now, you can't wait for them to create an opportunity for him, but then you've got to be big enough as a manager to take him off. I think there needs to be some kind of contingency plan for after Ronaldo, and even that starts during this World Cup because he can't play every minute of every game. No. At some point, you're going to have to mix it up and change it. And I get it. You want him to roll back the clock, turn back the years, and turn into the Ronaldo, certainly that we've seen throughout his whole career. But right now, he's not the same guy. Even when you watch him in international football sometimes, it's a little bit like...
He's just basically now a 6-yard player.
Oh, listen, I back him over probably anyone in the world if there's a chance in or out the 6-yard box. But it has to fall to him. Like, he can't. He's not got that kind of bursting behind or that little bit of movement. So, but it's a big question. It's a big job for Roberto Martinez because to make that decision, wow.
There'd be riots in Portugal. What about Messi? I mean, this is going to be both their last World Cups. They are of the two. We've been so lucky, actually, the fact that we have had the pleasure of watching these two
go toe
the
to
last
toe.
15, 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's their last one. How's Messi looking for you? I mean,
a little bit of the same, but because of the way where he plays, he's almost he does get away with it a bit because he's almost in the middle, so he's surrounded by other Argentinian midfield players. But again, you give him the ball, the magic that he looked far better in the last World Cup than probably, you know what I mean, than I saw Ronaldo in the last Euros. He looked so much better. But again, Messi's getting on. He's 38 years old. He's getting on as well. So I'd like to sit here and say it's going to be the last one for both of them, but I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
So if Messi's here in 4 years' time, next World Cup.
Yeah, I'll be surprised, yeah.
He's 42. That, honestly, depends what he's like.
Maybe
Ronaldo's still be at 50. I'm still picking him.
Don't be surprised. Right, let's move on to FIFA President Gianni Infantino because he had a press conference last night ahead of the tournament getting underway and was asked about the multiple visa issues over the past few weeks, which saw one referee denied entry to the US.
Of course, it is unfortunate as well what happened to Omar, the referee from Somalia. But again, we don't control everything. We try, we will discuss, we will speak, we will see. Maybe sometimes it's good as well to just, chill, relax. We work on everything. We try to solve everything Sometimes to immediately start screaming and shouting has the opposite effect of finding a solution. Believe me when I tell you, or don't believe me if you don't want, but we try always to find solutions.
He could find the solution so easy because him and Trump are like that.
Yeah, they are.
If he just said to Trump, listen, let him in.
Yeah,
he's in.
Smooth it over.
Yeah, he's in. But it's just hiding behind words. Chill out. How can you tell him to chill out? The guy's obviously worked his life to get this opportunity, and they deny him to get into the country.
Yeah, I feel for them. But when you telling the people to chill,
I know.
What's that? He's been hanging around with Trump too long.
He has, and he's so far away, like in touch with the people.
Yeah.
That answer, just chill out. How can you tell people to chill out?
You can't be telling people to chill out.
Not in that scenario.
No. I mean, there are. I mean, look, we know how difficult it is to get into the US. It is a tough place to get in, right? And there's you haven't got to get much wrong, but to stop a referee does feel a bit harsh, doesn't it? If FIFA if UEFA have recommended it, FIFA have recommended it, surely that's enough, isn't it?
Right, and that's my point. Remember when Ronaldo, they changed the rules for Ronaldo with the ban?
Yeah,
got booked, and he should have missed the first two or three games.
Should have missed the first two.
And they scrapped it.
Yeah.
As quickly as they could do that, they could let the referee in the country. Fact.
Do you know what? Whenever we go into a World Cup, I remember South Africa. You remember South Africa. You remember Russia. There's all these scaremongering stories about, oh, you don't go out in the streets of South Africa, you're going to get mugged, you know, in Russia. And they never materialised, right? Do you think that what's happened here now with the ticket prices, it does feel as though there's a bit of taste in my mouth? I don't...
Yeah, I know what you
Do you know
mean.
what I mean?
Not it doesn't feel all on board.
No, it doesn't.
Ticket pricing, and then FIFA were responsible with feeding the tickets back in. And
yeah,
I understand what you're saying, but it's because you can never really trust FIFA first and foremost, and then obviously you then mix in with Trump, and it's a bit like oof, chaos.
Let's move on now and talk about Germany because their players will pay for 600 of the country's fans to travel by bus. Bus. Is that right? They're going by bus. How's this a good deed? Travel by bus from Germany to their final World Cup group game. That comes following the criticism of high transport costs. Get them a plane to the tournament. Train tickets normally cost around $12.90 from central New York to the nearest MetLife Stadium. Were ramped up to $150 of the tournament before being reduced to £98. Am I being unkind? Am I? Yeah. So they're paying. Well, why bus? When do they get them a plane?
Maybe there's none about.
I mean, how far are they travelling?
What I said, if they've short end of the story, we'll pay, but get them on the bus.
Yeah,
cheapest form of transport.
Yeah, get with the old Greyhound.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Whip it.
Yeah, do you remember the plane, trains, and automobiles?
Yeah, of course, with Steve Martin.
3 coins in a fountain.
Yeah.
Imagine you get that bloke.
Oh my goodness, yeah, sit next to you and there's just a whole heap of problems.
Yeah.
No, but it's a nice...
Is it a good gesture?
It's a very, very
nice
nice
unkind, matey.
You are being a little bit unkind, but it is a kind gesture. But I'm sure even some of the fans who the German have paid for, I'm probably there having a conversation. I'm going, well, couldn't have got us a plane.
Yeah.
Like, why bus?
Yeah.
But it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, it's a gesture. Whether it's a nice one or not, I just don't quite know. That was a look at some of the day's key talking points, all thanks to our friends at Burger King.
Sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Let's get a little bit of mariachi. Let's get this party started. Here we go. Arriba! You are listening to the World Cup Game Day Live here on talkSPORT. It is the World Cup Game Day Live launch party. Next up, it's the rest of talkSPORT. Kickoff was delayed even more by what was a monsoon over in the States, Gemma. But let's talk about England's performance. What do you make of it, first and foremost?
Look, they got the job done. End of the day, they're going to
come up against a lot tougher test.
Yeah.
I thought they were poor.
Yeah.
They couldn't even string a couple of passes together.
No.
And, you know, they obviously England should have really scored more.
Yeah.
You know, Madueke, that should have been a goal. That's a shocker.
I mean, that
Rodgers, he should have scored that as well.
Yeah.
And we are a little bit wasteful. I thought we were a bit wasteful, actually, against New Zealand, in all honesty, because they had chances and didn't punish them, only 1-0. But I have to say, I was really impressed with the energy, the fluidity, the movement, that opening 25 minutes. I thought we were good. Costa Rica were bad. I'm not going to take but you still have to put in a performance. We played against bad teams in the past and not put in that kind of performance.
No, like I said, the first 10, 15 minutes, we were on the front foot. We not giving them a sniff. We was bopping the ball around.
High energy, high tempo, good press.
You know, in this heat as well, good press, winning the ball high, being really cutthroat, but just sometimes not. That little end product at times, we're just lacking.
Yeah.
And I think that will be a worry when we start getting into the latter stage of the tournament, when we come up to teams like Spain and France.
One chance might be all you get. Big chance in the game.
Exactly. And if we can't find that, and if we need, 10 or 15 chances to put one away against the bigger teams who are sturdy, who are better at the back, better at keeping the ball, that could come costly.
Indeed. 03717223344. England 3, Costa Rica 0. They weren't great, but there were one or two impressive performances, certainly first half. I thought Anthony Gordon was excellent. You know, he made the first goal. I thought Rice and Bellingham, they linked up well. Anderson, always offering himself. The high width, I think Noni had an impact on the game. Still has to do a little better for me. Still has to make, as you highlighted there, Gemma, making that final decision, that final pass.
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas, including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
Thank you very much for your company. You are listening to the World Cup Gameday live here on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, wherever it is, they're here for it. I'm Jason Cundy, Eve, Darren, Ben. We are at the official World Cup launch party, live from talkSPORT HQ. We've got an audience. And we have the Mariachi Band. London are here as well. Natalia, brilliant stuff. How are you? Tell us, how did you guys meet? What's going on here? How did you come to do this?
Well, we've been playing together for 20 years already.
Well.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, he's been here for over 40 years, playing Mexican and Latin music.
Right, okay.
And yeah, this is what we do.
And what's the band called?
Los Soneros.
Los Soneros.
Yeah, you can find us as Los Soneros UK Easier.
Brilliant stuff. And you're going back out into the office now in a
Yes.
second, aren't you? Right, you're going to play us into the last break.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your company.
Thank you.
Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adam alongside former England right back Kyle Walker. Now, it's time for this. Yes, the best bits of talkSPORT and friends. We run you through some of the recent highlights moments across the talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with a live football. England's 3-0 win over It says Croatia. Who wrote this? It's Costa Rica. Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Who done that?
Jack, I knew it. I knew it.
So that, Jack, you're jinxing it, matey. You're jinxing it. I'm like, you can't. Anyway, I'll start that again. England's 3-0 win over Costa Rica in Orlando is delayed by an hour because of some extreme weather conditions.
We're going to have to see some pitch drainage like we've never seen before if this is to go ahead. Thomas Tuchel will arrive. Look at the pitch. Even if he can get a lightning strike there was just extraordinary. Blinded me. And you just heard the crack of thunder in the background as well. Wow. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like this at a football stadium.
So I was listening on the way and I was driving into talkSPORT to do the phone-in last night with Jermaine Pennham, and it's almost like they were struck in awe of what it was draining in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
And Stuart Pearce was going, I think it's draining. I think it's like going down. I think I can see more pitch.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
It's how quickly it drains. I thought there was no chance that game was going.
No. It's a new stadium, so obviously they're used to that kind of those conditions. But I've never seen a pitch
top range drainage system. Try that at Stamford Bridge. You lot should try that.
Top range draining system. It's hard to say. And what's the most extreme weather condition you've ever played in, Benty?
Just heat. No, Joe, I went to Russia. I played in Russia. That was cold. But in Hong Kong, trying to breathe.
I played in Hong Kong.
Horrible, innit?
Yeah. There's no.
You can't breathe.
No.
After one run, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
We've got a weatherman impression about the weather, Benty. What's the weather like? Actually, the reason we're inside today is because the weather's not been great out. So a bit disappointing, that, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. I would have liked to have been on the terrace, floor 14. Yeah. But it's actually torrential rain out there.
Indeed. A reminder that you can listen to each and every World Cup commentary right here on talkSPORT, starting Mexico versus South Africa straight after us tonight.
Over to Hawksby and Jacobs. Paul and Andy were adapting to their new showtime of 10 a.m.
I was thinking, actually, being in Simon's chair, I'm sitting in his chair now. Yeah. Between 10 and 1.
Can you say poppycock on a regular
I
basis?
feel the urge to use long words in the wrong context.
Fantastic. Well, I'm all for that, Andy. You know that. We're wearing big hats before we do this.
Yeah. Not particularly.
I'm not wearing this for 3 hours, Andy. It's ridiculous. But you get the idea. The first game is in Mexico at the Azteca.
Well, that was 15 quid well spent.
Speaking of hats, how's your hair transplant going?
Listen, right? Right. I've said this. I've not had a boob job. Yeah. I've had a hair transplant. It takes time, right? It takes time. Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you seeing signs?
Yeah, there's signs. Encouraging signs.
Encouraging signs.
You know, there's a little bit of fluff that's starting to appear there. You can see it there? Look.
Yeah. How long should we have to wait before it's
No, there's no we. There's no we. You haven't got to wait for anything. I've got to wait, right?
No, how long?
You're not waiting for anything, matey.
How long?
It's so roughly about 4 months, 5 months. So give it 6 months, Benty. Honestly, mate, I'll have a quiff. Remember Gaston? Remember him out the what was it, Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, of course, Gaston.
I'll be coming in like that, get Benty.
And a reminder for all the best bits of the show, check out the H&J Daily or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, now then, this coming up the time for the news. Mariachi Band are going to play us out. Thank you very much for your company, guys. Go on, give us your best shot. You got any wham? No wham?
Who wants to hear that?
Tequila!
Tequila! Tequila!
The Mariachi Band there, still to come. We're joined in the studio by former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adam alongside former England right back Carl Walker. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here, launch party. It's World Cup Day. Happy World Cup Game Day.
Tequila!
What did we learn from last night? The reason I asked that is I was watching and I've said England
from a long time ago, maybe towards the end of qualifying, I thought England have got enough to win it, right?
Yes.
If Kane, Bellingham, the spine, and Declan Rice stays fit. I looked at the wingers, not necessarily at the left, because I think Rashford or Gordon are good enough. Either one of them I'll be happy with. But Noni Madueke's there to fill in for Saka. Saka isn't going to be fit, or isn't going to be fit enough. Just, you take it around the goalkeeper and you've got an open goal and it's crying out for you to hit it with your right and you hit it with your left. Yeah. I worry that a mistake like that in a nothing game, it doesn't matter that I don't care. Yes. But what it did show me is why hasn't he got enough composure to slot that home? That's a worry.
I would use my weaker foot there. That's the opposite side for me. I was always confident on my weaker foot just to use it. But Rodgers misses the chance as well when you go through 1v1 and he hits it to the side of the keeper. We've got to be clinical, because those sort of chances might be the only chances you get in a knockout game against the big boys if you're playing Portugal or Brazil. But I still look at it and say, who's the two centre-halves that he's going to start? Because Gahey didn't start last night.
No.
I look at Reece James, guaranteed. I look at O'Reilly, guaranteed. I look at the midfield three now.
Sorts itself out.
You'd think Bellingham will start with Anderson and Rice. Gordon and Rashford is still hard to call. Who starts on the left-hand side? Will Saka be fit for the first game? We don't know. But I don't know, because he likes Stones, mate. And Stones looked good last night because you're playing against nothing.
But he's played like 9 minutes.
I want to see Stones. I would have loved the game building up to the World Cup where Stones playing against a proper set forward or a proper winger who's running behind him. Because when I watched him last season, he has struggled. He's looked a lot slower. He's never been rapid, but he looks like he's lost a yard as well. So that'll be interesting. So we're still on our toes of like the actual starting 11 against Croatia.
What he did underline as well for me last night is, without a shadow of a doubt, the England number 2 for the number 9 position is Ollie Watkins, without a shadow of a doubt.
100%, yeah.
I thought, even though it was New Zealand, nothing game, I thought Ivan Toney looked off it. He looked slow.
Yeah. Rightly so, though.
Yeah, you're playing in the league.
Good afternoon. Thanks for your company while listening to the World Cup Game Day here on talkSPORT. Me, Jason Cundy, alongside Darren Bent. It's our official World Cup launch party, and we're just a few hours away from it all getting underway.
Lionel Messi pens the ultimate ecstatic chapter to complete his already extraordinary story.
104 Super Bowls in one month.
World Cup will take soccer to the next stage in America. There is no doubt about that.
Ronaldo has done it! A hat-trick for Portugal! Finishers, rifling effort, blasted into the net.
Big players, big expectations, big moment. That's just the way we like it in a World Cup.
Mbappe has a hat-trick. He has his place in history. It's Kane, edge of the penalty area, goes alone and scores!
We dare to dream, and it's important.
50,000 inside Hampden go crazy, and Scotland have done it!
Just give in to the joy of football.
But now the page is turned, the waiting over.
Yes, the talkSPORT network is the only place to be this summer with live commentary of every single game from the World Cup, and we're delighted to be joined in the studio at the launch party by two men who'll be a huge part of our coverage this summer. Former England right-back Carl Walker and former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adam with us, guys. Welcome. How are we? How are we?
Yeah, very well, very well.
Yeah, are you, I keep asking everyone this. You got World Cup fever yet? You're feeling as if it's here or not?
Yeah, I think the last stop, sort of watching England last night, I thought started to get the juices flowing really, and it'll be interesting to see how it works.
Indeed.
Could be carnage.
Listen, you're with us for the next 2 hours, boys. Shortly we'll be discussing Scotland's chances of getting out of the group for the first time. By the way, if they can't do it, that's going to surpass anything they've ever done. But let's start with England. Carl, welcome.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, how you feeling? You've been involved, or you've been around this sort of thing, haven't you?
I've been to a couple, yeah. Obviously, like Chaz just said, last night was basically the warm up for it. But now the real tournament starts, and let's see what they can do.
Carl, you've been in this situation before. The game last night. What will they be doing today now, and what goes on now between now and the first game of the tournament?
Well, it's just about recovery now, isn't it? Just about recovery, getting your legs ready, getting the mind, all the last bit of preparations in for the tournament, and we just go from there, really.
There's a number of positions, it feels, Carl, that Tuchel hasn't quite nailed down. If he has, we don't know about it. Who are you starting alongside Mark Gay? Because I think Gay starts.
You're smiling.
All right, Carl, come on. Don't.
Only one guy for him.
What are your thoughts there? It looks like it's a straight shoot between Konza and Stones. You played with Stones, right?
Yeah, I think, listen, all three of them have a running shout for me. I think Mark's probably got the pip on it just because of the season that he's had. But I still think Stones and Konza, if they was to partner up, I'd be, as a right back, very comfortable sitting next to them.
I think for Stones, I think the big thing about Stones is we know how good he is. And you played next to him for what? How many years were at City? What, 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah.
So you've seen him at his absolute best. Is he a player that has to play week in, week out to be able to get to the level? Or is he someone that can, if he's missed a period of time, just step into the starting 11 and be fine?
I think John plays his best football when he's just in autopilot.
Yeah.
When he's just playing number of games, game after games, whether it's, 2-3 days in between, and he's just doing it and not thinking. That's when I think John plays, his best football, and he's probably injury-free. Now, this season, he'll probably say it's been a lot of stop-start and more stop than start. But, what a tournament to put yourself into the shop window as being a free agent, and he can hopefully go and get a good move from this.
What level do you think he can go to? Because I look at him now and still think, wow, he's still top.
Yeah, anywhere in the world, I feel. I still feel that he's probably in his prime. He's not an old centre-half, but, the years are running out. But John Stones can do what John Stones wants to do. I think he's earned that right with the titles that he's got at Manchester City and winning what he's won there. But he needs to make sure that the move's not just right for him, but also his family as well.
Of course. How
close to the lineup do you think we'll see against Croatia on Wednesday was last night's team?
I think close as you're going to get it. I think as close as you're going to get it. I think you've got a couple of positions that Rashford, Gordon, the centre-halves. I know Peter.
Saka one on the. How fit is Saka?
Yeah, how fit is B? I think you look at it. Morgan Rogers. The big one is Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham. Who's going to start? Who's not going to start? Can you fit them both into?
Who's starting?
No, Benny, come on. For me, Morgan's had a fantastic couple of years at Aston Villa. A fantastic couple of years, and to see what he's done for Man City when I played with him when he was coming up through the youth team to then go and do what he's done now. It's not shocked me, but it's a great step in the right direction to where he wants to be. But I think Jude's done it for season in, season out. Obviously, he's had a little bit of an injury season, we're going to say, but Jude's quality is still there.
Let me ask you then, Charlie, because you've been an outside perspective, because all the fans, obviously English fans, are going to say, we're going to win it. And after last night, we're definitely going to win it. After what you saw last night, I know you're going to say England are one of the favourites, but can you see England winning it, or do you still think there are other nations out there that look better?
No, I do think there is other nations that have got a real good chance. I think I look at the Netherlands and I think they're probably a little bit of an outsider. But looking at the odds today, it's Brazil are probably, and Argentina, two South Americans. You'd expect a South American team to go there. I think it's a shootout for me between France and England. That's what I believe. I think that England have got a brilliant chance. Thomas has made the decision to go and leave these players, Foden, Palmer out. And he's made that decision. And I thought England were really good last night. I thought they'd go and let's say, for me, Stones plays because he can control the game for you.
Yeah.
In the heat. He's very good with the ball. Mark Gahey, very good with the ball. I just thought that partnership could really dovetail really well for England. And I think, and I've said it last couple of tournament, I think England are really, really strong and they've got a good opportunity of winning this. As a Scotsman, would I like to see it? Absolutely not. but for my son who was born in England, I would love to see for him the opportunity of England winning a major tournament.
The midfield, an area, of course, that you're very much familiar with. That little pivot that we've got going on with Anderson and Rice, that relationship last night where Anderson allows Rice to be a number 8, going into those areas that he likes to attack. And, that's part of his game that's developed since he's moved from West Ham.
Yeah, and again, I think how they understand each other. Sometimes there's a bit of an ego, isn't there? Rice has played at Arsenal, done a brilliant season, but Anderson's the next one coming. Looks like probably going to go to Man City. But what I realised was that Anderson and Rice were really team players last night. One tried to drop in, the other went high. Not two of them coming to the ball because they didn't need it. Because normally what could happen is, I seen it last night, Harry Kane was on the penalty spot receiving the ball at times, but they've just got an understanding that if he drops in, I need to come high. If he comes in, Declan Rice goes high, Bellingham finds the space. So I just think that there's a real good respect for each other, that it's not just about individuals, it's the team that are important, and I think they've got a real good, that three in there are just could be as good as anybody.
And for you, Carl, obviously playing right back, you would have played against these two guys, and we don't quite know which one will start, and that's Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on that left hand side. Now you've played against both. I'm not going to say which one's better, but what differences are there between the two, and what makes both of them as good as they are? Obviously, Rashford being at Barca, Anthony Gordon just got the move to Barcelona. What are the differences between the two?
I think that just says it there. There's not really much with one team signing them both, and wanting to take them because they fit the personality that they want to play the game at. I think, listen, they're both extremely quick players, and they both got an eye for goal as well. The main thing is that I feel that in tournaments that I've played in previously to this, there's not been many other goals than Harry Kane. Yeah. And that's what we need to find. And as having one of them on the pitch, with Bakayoko or Noni on the other side, I think they need to bring some goals into it.
The fullback situation. Reece was a little bit more reserved last night than O'Reilly. O'Reilly, we know he's a midfielder that plays left back. He's an 8 that can be a 10. He's incredibly talented. I mean, you'll know all about him, right? Reece, I felt, was a little bit more structured to his game. Yeah, and maybe that's because of his hamstrings. Maybe they're managing that. I know at Chelsea they've had to manage that because there is some fragility in and around there. How important is that, though, that Nico O'Reilly does that job on that side? Because his link-up play is exceptional. He really is a major talent.
I think you can't take that away from Nico. What he's done at Manchester City and arriving in the box in areas that you don't expect a left-back to get into just shows what he does offensively. But I think Reece James played a very intelligent game last night. From watching it, he managed himself really well. You don't need to peak now. Reece James needs to peak in the knockout stages. Please God, England get to that, and that's when we'll see the best from Reece James.
Did you hear about Nico O'Reilly coming through when you was at City? Because for me, it felt like he just came from nowhere and exploded. Did you hear about him? Because you always hear about whispers in the youth team about, have you seen him coming through? Did you hear much about Nico O'Reilly before he made
of course you see him, you train with him. You train with him when the kids come up and they train with you. Nico was always up there, but did I expect for him to do what he's done this season? Definitely not. I mean, he's played everywhere. I think to get the trust from Pep Guardiola, what he's trusted him at that age in his first season, I think he did it with Rico Lewis.
Yeah.
And I think he's now done it with Nico O'Reilly as well.
Yeah, it's been an outstanding season for both of them. But I mean, going into this World Cup, is there any last sort of thing, Carl, you'd like to see from the England squad which could get them over the line? You've been close, obviously, in the Euros, 2 finals. What do you think needs to happen? Just that last little bit for England to be able to get over the line.
It's difficult. Listen, you need to stick together. I think in everything that England do, you have to stick together. You have to stick together. You're going to come up against tough opponents, after the group stage, and it's knockout football. You need a little bit of luck. I feel in a couple of them, let's go back to Russia, where we've probably scored early and then not hung on. Yeah. And then you go to Qatar, where France game, I think it was a flip of a coin. I don't think we was the worst team. Yeah. But I don't think France ultimately dominated.
I thought we played really well in that game.
So in them moments, Harry Kane misses a penalty and you're looking at the one man to step up from the penalty spot is him, and then he misses it. But things happen in tournaments, and it's about bouncing back. It's about making sure that whatever minute something doesn't go your way, you stick together and you stick together as a team.
That's the voice of Carl Walker, former England fullback, and we're also joined in the studio by Charlie Adams, Scotland midfielder, former Scotland midfielder. We're going to be getting his thoughts. Next, we'll be concentrating on Scotland's chances of getting out the group. They play Haiti, a game in which they have to win. It feels like with Morocco and Brazil in the same group. If they win that, almost certainly they qualify. He's Darren Bent, I'm Jason Cundy, and you are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT.
We saw Anthony Gordon, quite old school, chalk on his boots, taking the fullback on the outside, which was good to see.
It was refreshing, wasn't it? Absolutely refreshing. And I think the way Tuchel is, I think he'll play with 2 out-and-out wide players, and he looks for pace in a wide area. So, yeah, people say it's a little bit old-fashioned. We don't see them anymore. Let's be fair. Anthony Gordon is a top player. That's why Barcelona have paid all this money for him, quite a remarkable move for him. So, yeah, I'm delighted that he's done well, because he's one of these players who gets you off the edge of your seat, doesn't he? When he's direct, he's quick, and he's a top player. So it was good to see him playing well.
Steve, as a manager, what do you make of the way he's handled Bellingham? Because it looks like it might have worked. He played really well last night.
Yeah.
There has been this, is he in, is he out, is he the right bloke, is he as a team man? The doubts have been raised, haven't they?
Jonathan Northcroft, the author, he's written a new book about, and Tuchel features in it, and he said Tuchel couldn't create jeopardy, Steve, because through the fixtures, because they were just too easy to win in qualifying. So he's kind of created a jeopardy by keeping all the players on their toes, by not saying, you're a nailed-on starter. And Bellingham kind of seems to have benefited from that. We've seen Ollie Watkins benefit from that. He admitted that it gave him a kick up the backside being left out of a squad. Yeah. So I think you can see, Bellingham knows he's fighting for his shirt, really, with Morgan Rogers, and he played very well last night.
Well, look, I mean, he's an outstanding football player as well, isn't he, Bellingham? And this debate of whether he's going to be the number 10 is the one. Is it going to be him or the kid from Villa? Look, he's an outstanding player, Bellingham. I'll be very, very surprised if he's not going to start him, because I think we look at it, it's pretty straightforward. It's between him or Rodgers, and Bellingham's a top player. I mean, we're blessed in that. I mean, the 2-3 lads who didn't go to the World Cup are all top players in their own right.
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas. including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
Who dropped this rhythm?
And Bentley's up. Shoulders are going.
Wow.
Thanks for your company. You want to listen to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT, brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app. It's me, Jason Cunn, alongside Darren Bent, Carl Walker and Charlie Adam with our official World Cup launch party here today. It's World Cup fever. Happy World Cup Day. Still to come, we'll be hearing Carl and Charlie's World Cup prediction, but quickly, Celtic have confirmed the appointment of Martin O'Neill as their new permanent manager, and Wolves have sacked Rob Edwards after 7 months in charge, and he found out after his family saw a rumour on social media. Now, Benty, I was listening to you and Rory yesterday when this news broke. I'll get your boys' thoughts on it in a second. They sacked the previous manager, brought him in, and the reason I thought they brought him in was because he knows how to get a team out of the Championship. I thought they were preparing for life in the Championship, and I don't understand it.
Terrible decision.
I don't get the thought. He's come 7 months. He was swimming against the tide.
Yeah.
It would have taken a genius to have kept them up.
Yeah.
And Rob,
I thought they had a couple of decent results.
Well, they did have a couple of decent results. Had they brought him in, I don't know. It's difficult to say. 2-3 months earlier, that we're never going to know. But I thought the reason they brought Rob in was because he knows he got Luton out of that Championship.
Yeah.
And if you've got a skill to do that,
I don't quite understand what's going on there, because I thought when you come into a job at that kind of tenure, at that time, when they're already fighting relegation, there's some kind of clause where we won't sack you, like we'll give you a year afterwards because we're probably going to go down.
I thought that's one of the reasons they brought him in.
Yeah, but it's surprising. I feel for Rob as well, because I think he's a good manager. I thought there were signs were good, as you'd say.
Yeah.
But to sack him,
yeah.
He'll get another job though.
He will get another job. But boys, thoughts on that? Were you?
Well, again, we were actually talking in the Blackpool WhatsApp group that we've still got from 10, 12 years ago, and he replied in it last night at 10 to 8.
Did he?
So there was didn't seem like there was an incline last night, and I messaged him this morning at 10 past 8 when the news broke, and I just got a sort of love heart back, just saying keep your head up, disappointed for you and blah blah blah. But I don't think he knew. I seen it last night when I was just scrolling around thinking, where's this Portuguese guy come from?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it got Romano broke it a little bit, and then I was like, this is becoming serious here. Yeah. Gutted for him, because I knew how much it meant to him to be the Wolves manager. It's local. There's obviously problems when he left Middlesbrough, but he was going back home. His family and kids were living there, and that's his football club. And to be treated like that, I think will be a huge disappointment to him.
Yeah. I think even you look at the trips signing in Jimenez.
Big signings.
Yeah, but he's in the video, and they're talking about him in the announcement and everything, and all of a sudden he's sacked. So I think, like what you've just said there, for Wolves to stay in the Premier League last year would have been a big ask. So for him to then sign there and not being given the chance to get them back up this season, I think it's a little bit of a shock.
How does that work then? Is if you're Kieran Trippier or you're Raul Jimenez and he sold you that dream, are they going to the ownership and going, what's going on here?
100% they have to.
Like, because their leaders and senior players now going, we signed for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, and now all of a sudden this could change and it could go totally wrong here.
Yeah.
There are reports saying that the two are unhappy about that.
Yeah.
You go and speak to the guy. Look, you always say you sign for a club, not the manager, but the manager is part of the reason you join.
Yeah, of course you do. And again, his talks of, Kieran Trippier probably could have had the choice of a lot of clubs this summer.
Yeah.
And Jimenez as well coming out of Fulham. So, yeah, it's be interesting to see how it develops, really.
Chelsea with Aubameyang. Tuchel signed Aubameyang, and then a week and a half later, he's been sacked. The crazy industry that is football. Now, time to get a Scotland camp update with Burger King.
Scotland Camp Update on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction. Delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Yeah, we're joined in the studio by former Scotland midfielder Charlie Adams, so it's only right we discuss Scotland now. Now, Charlie, I watched the highlights of Haiti against New Zealand the other day, and even though Haiti beat New Zealand 4-0, New Zealand had some chances. They did. They play a counter-attacking style of football. I'm going to ask you about the way that Clarkey's going to set up, because he's a pragmatist I know Clark, I played with Clarkey. He's a pragmatist. I think he has to play a 4 at the back.
Yeah, he will do.
Right, he will he?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it a 4-5-1?
No, I think...
Will he go 4-4?
4-2-3-1. I think.
Really?
That's what I feel he'll go with. I think he'll go with Shanklin as the 9 because of what he does. I know Shea Adams has scored a couple of goals in the last couple of friendlies. Shanklin's record for Hearts this year has been tremendous, scored 20-plus goals. But I just think the way you can fit Gannon Dokin, McTominay, McGinn, that sort of formation will suit them. But the bit interesting thing will be for us is that we're hoping that we have a lot of the ball against Haiti. How are we going to break them down? They might sit deep, so it might not suit Gannon Dokin with no space in behind. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with that.
Charlie, the squad, when you played Bolivia, the word I used, I thought first half, ruthless.
Winners.
Yeah, ruthless. The way you went after Bolivia, I went, oh, wow. Yeah. Is this the strongest in terms of depth you've known Scotland to have in a long time?
Yeah, I think this is the best group of players we've had for a number of years. To qualify for 2 European Championships and a World Cup in sort of 4 tournaments is an incredible achievement from where we were, not qualified since 98 for a World Cup, long time. But what Steve's done again, people look at Steve and think, pragmatic in that, but he finds a way, and he's found a way with this group, with a group of players that we've got. Do we have any world-class players? No, but we've got good players that are playing at good level. And I've always believed that the more players we have playing in the Premier League, because it's the best league, it gives you the best chance of winning football matches. And I think we've done that. So again, I'm not too sure that we're after that. I still think this group's got maybe another tournament after that, and that's where he's looking at. But we've got some young players now starting to develop and grow, and it'll be interesting to see how they go.
You talk about world-class players there, and someone who has exploded on the scene. He was almost the butt of the jokes at Manchester United. Probably a little bit unfairly, him and Fred in the middle of the park. But McTominay's gone to Napoli and he's completely turned himself into a superstar. Did you see that McTominay developing into the player we're seeing today?
No, I didn't. I think that seeing him as a central midfielder, I think where he plays for Scotland suits him. Where he doesn't, I think he's loose in terms of his positional sense, and he wants to go and chase, and he wants to get out.
Yeah.
But if you're a midfielder and you do that, you just open the space up. So I think him playing higher up allows him to use his legs and energy at the top end, scored a few good goals. Talk about world-class players. That's a word we use loosely, I think, now.
Course, yeah.
Very good player. Very, very good player. But I don't see world-class.
Yeah.
But he took that step away from Manchester United, went to Napoli, and he's been a revelation for them. But he's been brilliant for Scotland, and hopefully he can have a good tournament, because that disappointment of the last tournament, we have to get over that to then go again.
John McGinn. I mean, if you're talking about vital cogs in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
I mean, McTominay, obviously, for goals and energy, but John McGinn has had a stellar season.
Amazing career, really. I said a comment a few years ago when I was playing the national team. He was playing in the Championship, and I said, why are we bringing players in from the Championship to play for the national team? But it sort of backfired on me. but again, what I'd say is, like, the big moments, the big games, Emery's think, it's not going to be somebody that's opening you up with a pass and that, but his energy, enthusiasm, to press and get the ball back. He's a real mainstay within that Villa team and that Scotland team. He's got 80-plus caps now, so that's really special. And now he's been brilliant. He went on a goal-scoring streak for Scotland as well, and hopefully he can start to pick that back up as well.
No one gets around that backside either, does he? Honestly, when he squats into the, you're not getting around him.
No, I think between me and him, both of us have got a big one. But yeah, just brilliant. I think it's just for us, and again, use English boys a little bit different, where you're used to qualifying for major tournaments. to see how Steve's managed to grow this group and get us there. Now the pressure's on. Can we get out of the group? That's the pressure now. And
come on, if you can't get Carl, they've got to get out of this group.
Yeah, they've got.
Oh my gosh! If they don't,
they've got a chance. They need to win the first game.
Yeah.
They need to win the first game, and I think that's vital for them. But like you just said there, the couple of players, with McTominay and McGinn, I think they're going to be vital. They're going to be vital to Scotland's chances in going out of this group stage and getting a result.
We get Charlie's starting 11 in about half an hour's time. That was the Scotland camp update. All thanks to our friends at Burger King.
Scotland Camp Update on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Still to come, we'll be heading back into the talkSPORT office with free beer to soak up the atmosphere. But first, it's time for no Googling. I think I know the answer to this question.
It's in your face, that's why I can see it. I can see it written in front of you.
Oh, no, I got it wrong then.
Yeah,
I got it wrong. No, I was going to get it wrong. I didn't see it.
Well.
I know, I've only just seen it there. We want to know, what's the longest gap between successive appearances for a country at a World Cup? It's just a little bit of fun. You are listening to World Cup Game Day live here. Carl Walker, Charlie Adam in the studio. He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason Cundy. You're listening live here to talkSPORT.
Left a good job at Borough because he loves Wolves, played there, wanted to try and keep them up, even though it was looking pretty difficult. So it's quite a shoddy way to get rid of a manager, from to hear a few rumours, go online, then have to ring the club to find out if it's true or not.
Yeah, totally. It's ridiculous, really, and definitely out of the blue. And I think if you speak to anyone, that's either been at the club or been watching, you can see what he's done since he's come to that club. I spoke about it when he first went there. His man management skills, the togetherness that he's got with that group of players. And what I find incredible is that they've had this plan. They knew really for a long time that the situation they were in and they were going to get relegated. And he's built this team. He's then played a really good style. They played some really good games. Yes, results probably weren't as they should be, but then towards the end, he's then whittled it down and he's looked at players that he's probably thought, yeah, these will do for me next year. These won't. They've had all of this time to plan because they knew the situation. And then the players that they've already signed, and like Andre, who's re-signed, signed a new deal, he talks about Rob Edwards as being a integral part of that. And then they release the interview with Kieran Trippier yesterday about how instrumental Rob was when he had other clubs that were interested. So then you have this bombshell that happens the next day when Rob's been sacked. It's absolutely incredible.
Have they explained themselves, Fossen? Have they said why they've decided to do this? Is it the same sort of statement you normally get, or have they explained why?
Thanking him and all that.
Well, no, I haven't seen one, to be honest. And the thing that I suppose I'm looking at and thinking, well, if you've sacked Rob, you've obviously planned who's coming in, and that will be announced, because otherwise you've had so much time to. Rob would have been in contact with everyone, talking about who he wants to come in, how they're going to restructure, who he wants to stay, who wants to go. And they've had so much time to do it. So they were ahead of everyone else really on the curve. And that's why you've seen the signings.
Could the England cricket team be banned from drinking while in camp? This all over that incident on Monday, which has seen Ben Stokes and Gus Atkinson dropped from the second test against New Zealand. England Managing Director Rob Key has told talkSPORT they can't even trust their players to stick by the current rules.
Should it be a case that they're drinking after a game, even if they win, even if you think that these are grown men that can make good decisions, they need to show us myself in this management position, as well as the ECB, that they can be trusted. At the moment, they don't look like that.
Rob has also told us now is not the time to review Stokes' captaincy. Now, Omar Artan, the referee blocked from entering the US for the World Cup, has been appointed to officiate the UEFA Super Cup. Simon Jordan says it's a positive, but it's gamesmanship from UEFA against FIFA. He's also told us there's a reason he can enter Europe and not the US.
The US has a different visa approach, it has a different immigration policy than different countries, and every country has its own unique perspective. And if he hasn't qualified, whether we agree with it or not, for the visa application criteria that the Americans put in there, it's got nothing to do with what's happening in Europe. We've got a completely different immigration policy.
Don't forget, talkSPORT will bring you the first kick of the tournament later at 7 p.m. when Mexico take on South Africa. And Wimbledon's prize money is up by 20% this year. The pot is now over £64 million. Get more at talksport.com.
Freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champions, take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud.
Good evening, thank you very much for your company. You want to listen to World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. Me, Jason Go, Darren Bent, Carl Walker and Charlie Adam. It's our official World Cup launch party live from talkSPORT headquarters. Still to come, we'll be joined by international football music star JJ Bull. And a few moments ago, we brought you the first edition of today's No Googling Questions. We asked, what is the longest gap between successive appearances for a country at a World Cup? Benty, I have seen the answer. Now, Benty knows. You two boys know?
I don't know. I ain't seen it.
Brazil. No, the longest gap between appearing in one World Cup and then appearing in the next one.
Oh, right, so 30 or 40 years.
Yeah, maybe it's even longer. Yeah.
60.
Go on, have a get. They're not far from us.
68.
They're not far from us. What country?
Hey, their star man, you played with him.
Come on, not far from us.
Not far from us, then.
France.
Closer.
Oh, I don't want to say anything because
No, their star man, right, was way ahead of the rest of them. And you played with him. Before you got to City.
Beep, beep.
Don't have a clue.
Wales.
Oh, Gareth.
50.
Fail, come on.
Just give his head stuff or something.
Fail.
58 to 2022. Right, let's head back into the office here at talkSPORT headquarters, where everyone is enjoying our World Cup launch party free beer. Our Rave reporter Angelina Kelly has been chatting to array of fans throughout the show, and she joins us now. Ange, how are you? Who are you with?
I am all good. You know what? I've changed into a Spain shirt, and would you believe it? I've bumped into a Spain fan. We've got Alberto here. Lovely to have you join me in the dugout on the 17th floor with talkSPORT. First question. A lot of England fans are going to be, a bit upset after the Euros. I don't think anyone's going to be hoping Spain do well. But for you, as a Spaniard, as a Spain fan, what are you expecting from this tournament?
Obviously, I think we are going to win it. We have a really good team. We have the best possible midfield in the whole tournament. So I think we have a really good chance, to be honest. I don't want to be arrogant, but yeah, I think...
Very confident. We like it. Now, obviously, everybody is talking about Lamine Yamal. A lot of pressure on his shoulders. But for you, is there anybody else that you think could be the standout player for Spain?
Yeah, I mean, Lamine is a great player. He comes from an injury, but if you have to ask me one player, I would say Cucurella. Normally, Cucurella, teams that play against Spain, they're normally really defensive. So in order to break those defenses, we need like really good back wingers from the defense. So I think Cucurella is going to be a surprise, like the Euros.
And finally, if there's any chance of England and Spain coming across each other, you're not worried, are you? Is it going to be a repeat?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be in semi-finals. No, if everything is as planned. No, if we go first and you guys go first, I think we're going to see each other in semi-finals. So, hope to see you there.
Well, there you go, a very confident Spain fan. Sorry, England fans, if we've triggered any trauma from the Euros. But yeah, it looks like Spain could be winning the World Cup.
Thank you very much, Angelina. Now, let's get the roundup for the latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Now we can start with Cristiano Ronaldo, because he played over an hour, for Portugal last night as they beat Nigeria 2-1, but he missed a host of chances, with questions still remain now whether the 41-year-old, 41, should start this summer.
I'm telling you, 45 years old, he's still going to be there. I swear. 45, he's still going.
Carl, I want to come to you on this one, right? Because you played last season. Have you retired yet or not? You're still playing, right?
I'm still playing, yeah.
You're still playing. It comes to everyone, right? No one's Peter Pan.
No.
But what have you noticed as you've kind of got older now? Because the first thing I think, I'm coming to you, Charlie, as well. What is it? Is the legs, the pace? Is that where you start to feel it? I mean, Carl's still quick. Carl's still quicker than most.
I think for me was just the love of the game had gone. I knew I was ready. I was never quick anyway, so it's never I was losing my pace. It was just the love for the game. I just knew that my head was into coaching, management. That's what then made my decision to retire at the age. But Kel's obviously a little bit different, where he's got speed and he's still fit.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel good. I still feel I've got definitely a couple more years in me. Obviously, I'm contracted to Burnley now, and being relegated last season hurt. For all the highs that I've had in football, that was a big low. And I want to obviously hit the ground running now for next season in the Championship and try and get them promoted. And then, listen, whatever happens after that will happen. But, I still love the game. I still love the game. And I feel that's one thing for me, Chaz, is when I've decided, or my head's decided, that I don't love it anymore, I would step away just so I don't tarnish anything that I've done.
The one thing I would say, sorry Benty, but for Kyle, is these lads that have played the elite level, won everything, it's that motivation to go. And it's hard because where he's been, to then come to Burnley where, you're going to lose most weeks. Yeah. And it's finding that toughness to come in on a Monday morning to be brave enough to go, come on, lads, we need to keep going, because everybody's looking at you, Kyle Walker, who it is. The other players within the group are now looking, right, come on, where's your leadership? Where are you going? So now it's refreshed. Everybody's had a holiday. Now everybody's still looking at him to go, right, come on, then we need you for the Championship. But then it becomes down to him personally now. Is he motivated? Is he excited for the challenge ahead? It seems and it feels like that. Now we just need to get manager sorted. And then I think that's where it goes. And then, like you say, when you start winning again, the rhythm comes in, and all of a sudden you get a promotion, then that gives you that elevation to go again.
Well, when you're talking about Portugal, because a lot's been made of Ronaldo, starting for them every single game. Now, you both know you can't have passengers. So when you get to the World Cup, you can't have passengers. But it takes a brave man to drop someone of that stature.
He ain't dropping him. He picks a team.
You think, but again, so does that go against what Portugal are trying to do then?
Yeah, well, because ultimately they've got that global superstar. Like I would still believe that Ronaldo's saying to Martinez, he's playing. I think Messi's doing it the same with Argentina. But he then has to go and make a big, brave decision. Martinez to go, do you know what? You're not playing this one.
Yeah.
And it's how he talks to him and communicates to him. We need you here. We need you after the 32, whatever. But it's a hell of a decision for Roberto.
Do you think those two players have earned the right to be in that position?
Absolutely.
But even for you, Carl, who is obviously, you've played again at the top, you've played with some unbelievable players at City, and you've had a manager like Pep. I still feel like with some of the careers that some of the guys that you lot have had and who you've played with, Pep's still that guy that goes, well, hold on, I don't care what he's done, I'm making this decision. Can Martinez not do that?
I think it comes down to the manager, and the manager having a relationship with the players where he can then therefore talk to a Ronaldo or a Messi and not even explain to him. But if you talk to someone in the right manner and all of a sudden Ronaldo or Messi aren't playing, I think they'll accept it if they're obviously there for the team.
Of course.
And that's what it's down for, you know. That's what it's up to. It's the team and what the team can do and what the team can achieve. So hopefully, you know, I mean, not hopefully, but Portugal, I think, are going to be right up there. I think the midfield is probably the best in the tournament for me.
I just go back to, and I'm just thinking about, you got dropped for the biggest game Manchester City's history.
Yeah.
Champions League final.
Yeah.
What's your reaction? You know, comes on, does well for the team. So you need to be a good teammate, good team player. It's not just about an individual, it's about a good team player. So it's how you react. So how's Ronaldo going to react to that? So again, like you say, it's the relationship between manager and that superstar, how they become going there and what's best for the team for that game. And that's really important.
Watch this space. Right, let's move on to FIFA President Gianni Infantino, because he had a press conference last night ahead of the tournament getting underway, and he told people to chill and relax. Take a chill pill. And he was asked about issues as visas and cost to fans at this tournament. Did you boys feel in any way that this has kind of put a bit of a shadow over the World Cup? It feels to me a little bit, because ticket prices, you know, getting in and out of America. There's been all sorts of stuff going on politically, which I don't really want to get into. I don't know. Has it dampened your enthusiasm for this World Cup in any way, shape, or form? And you're hearing, how do you feel about Infantino telling you to chill and relax?
I think it just become the norm though now. Every tournament that we go to, there's some sort of problems. There's
South
some
Africa, sort of, that. Russia.
Russia was the same. Yeah. Qatar was the same. You know, I feel that every tournament now that we just go to, there's some sort of problems that the players, you know, for their families or this, that, and the other have to worry about. And sometimes the football gets put aside, and then before the actual tournament gets started, everyone's just talking about ticket prices and this, that, and the other. But I feel, listen, it'll pan itself out, and hopefully there's a good tournament ahead of us.
You in the dressing room, Carl, do you feel it, the outside kind of noise about the problems with the World Cup or what people were speaking about?
I don't think so much in the World Cup. I think Russia a little bit more, but I think the Euros definitely. When we was there at Wembley and for the final, you heard about people getting trampled on and stuff like that. That was something that was a little bit of a worry. But all the other ones, you kind of just go with the flow, don't you? You're taking, listen, you got too much to think about when you're on that pitch, rather than thinking about the rest of it.
Talking about travelling fans, Charlie, the Tartan Army are out there in. I mean, they travel well, the boys, right?
Yeah,
and girls, but they travel well.
Oh yeah, listen, the Scotland fans will love it. They'll be there for a party, and they'll look to have a good time. But yeah, just think about the expense it costs to go there. I've got a couple of friends going over to the World Cup, and it's cost them tens of thousands to go, and it's expensive. You know what I mean? And then I get it that there has to be a little bit of an increase, but you know, talk about trains and that being massive rise and stuff like that. It's difficult because the normal paying fan can't afford to go to that level, but.
It's the way of the world. It's the way of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
Supply and demand.
But you know what a show and expectancy is going to be. You know, it's good in America, Mexico, Canada. Hopefully it's a special occasion and we get some brilliant games.
Indeed, happy World Cup Day. She's arrived. This is the World Cup Game Day live launch show here on talkSPORT. Kyle Walker, Charlie, and him, Darren Bent, and me, Jason Cundy. That was a look at the roundup of the latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
JJ Ball, Scottish music artist, joins us in the studio next. This is World Cup Game Day Live.
Some of the other countries, sorry Andy, there's going to be top players on the bench. Look at France. You know, you could have Barcola, you could have Doué, you could have Cherki on the bench. So they will get their time. They will get their minutes. No, I'm saying, I'm on about Rodgers being on the bench. I mean, you can have top players like Rodgers on the bench that comes on, affects the game. with this heat as well, you're going to need the whole squad, aren't you?
100%. You can see that the heat was affected him, especially in the beginning. I mean, that's where I have to say, guys, that's where I think Cole Palmer should have been on this plane. Yeah. Even if it's 15 minutes, you have to get that guy on the plane, man. That's the big decision where with the others, you can kind of argue a little bit, you know, but when it comes to Cole Palmer, we need that magic. Look at Brazil. Look at Carlo Ancelotti. He's taking Neymar, even though we know Neymar probably won't give him 90 minutes. But it's Neymar. He's got magical moments. Now, I'm not saying Cole Palmer is the same as Neymar. Watchers, I'm not saying that at all. But that's a player that can produce magic. And I'm a little bit worried that we don't have it, especially if you don't have a 100% fit Saka. Yeah. You know? Yeah. You don't... Yes, you've got Jude Bellingham. But besides Harry Kane, who's going to drop a lot, who's going to create the magic for you?
Joe, I was going to ask you about Saka not being there. He obviously needs minutes, and players that played for England out on the right in the last tournament aren't there. You mentioned Cole Palmer, Phil Foden being another one. I wasn't impressed when I saw Madueke's name in the squad. I saw him last night. An open goal, he decided to take a shot with the wrong foot as well. Is that a worry? Because he obviously needs to step up. You've seen him, obviously, for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like what Madueke has done in terms of he's been able to push Saka in the Arsenal team. Personally, I would have probably gone Bowen, you know, instead of Madueke, or I would have just made sure that Cole Palmer got in the team. If Madueke is going to be there, he's probably going to be there because he's also a good sub. Now, when Tommy T is looking at this team, he's going, who's not going to cause me issues when they're not playing? Yes. You know, and because he's used to that relationship with Saka and he's used to being in...
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas, including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
For Africa, Samina, mina, waka waka, Samina, mina, sakalewa, anawa, Samina, mina, waka.
Yeah, I love his tune, Shakira, for the World Cup 2014, was it? No, 2010. 2010 World Cup. What a tune, Shakira.
Hips don't lie, mate. That was my hips lie every morning I get out of bed. My hips
and your knees,
and my knees,
ankles,
back, groins.
How are they?
I'm not complaining.
How's the body?
No, the body like a corkscrew.
Can
mate.
you run?
No, can't barely walk. Anyway, you are listening to World Cup Game Day Live here on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it, book it now at enterprise.co.uk. I'm Jason Cundy and Darren Bent is alongside me. Carl Walker and Charlie Adam are outside. They'll be joining us around about 6 o'clock with our official World Cup launch party. Still to come, we'll be getting Carl and Charlie's World Cup prediction. But just quickly, Omar Atan, the referee who was refused entry into the US, will officiate the UEFA Super Cup between PSG and Aston Villa.
Like that, buzzing for him.
They give him a little. I mean,
it's UEFA, isn't it? It's not FIFA.
Well, they've done a deal. Transfer window's open. They've done a deal there, mate. And remember, talkSPORT have created a lager in time for the World Cup. It's called So Good Lager, which we poured in some of the best sports pubs across the UK. So whether you're watching the action this summer or setting in for an afternoon with your mates, make sure you check out our website to find out the nearest pub. So Good, 18 plus. Please drink responsibly. Now, we'd like to join being in the studio by a man behind the very unofficial Scotland World Cup song. It says here, let's more about it from the musical superstar himself. JJ Ball joins us now. JJ, good evening, sir.
Hello.
How are you? You well?
Oh, fantastic, yes.
Excellent. You've been out there in the party?
I've been enjoying the party, observing, making sure everyone's behaved. Yeah.
All right, okay, like that, is it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I'll be partaking in it soon. But for now, no.
What year is that Scotland shirt from? 'Cause I can't remember. I'm trying to in my brain picture when that shirt was.
That looks 80s.
I genuinely don't know. I can't remember. I just acquired it, and it is pretty though, isn't it?
Yeah, I like a good retro shirt. I'm not so much on the nows, but yeah, it's a good shirt, that, Jace.
Yeah, it's an old school. I remember that shirt.
Yeah.
Now listen, JJ, your song, the very unofficial,
yes,
Scotland anthem, has taken it by storm. You're going to be playing a little bit later, around about 20 minutes time. Tell us a little bit more about it and what. I mean, you're obviously a big football fan. Who's your team, by the way, before we start?
Aberdeen's my team.
You're an Aberdeen fan, right? Okay. So what inspired you to do this? What made you think, do you know what, I'm going to do a very unofficial song?
Well, I regularly make songs about football they're about football, but they're also just about, I use football as a metaphor for like real emotions. So say like your partner were to leave you, very devastating, obviously. Wow. But is it more devastating than if your favourite player leaves for your rival club? So I explore these emotions through football. I've got a couple of albums, got a new one out tomorrow, actually.
Right, give it a plug.
Yeah, tomorrow. Out of Your League out tomorrow and all the places, so you can, all the things you do that. So that's good. So I do that, and then I work in football all the time. I'm just obsessed with football. Do it every day. So there you go.
So you've obviously done the unofficial anthem.
Very unofficial, yeah.
Very unofficial anthem. How does that get traction?
Through sheer luck and people on the internet being nice, which is a very common event.
Where's that place?
Yeah, top tip for you: just put anything on the internet, they'll all be nice about it. So that's good. Right. I think I just shared it and it just seemed to strike a note. I did it in March. Went quite early with it, and it's done. Yeah, people just have shared it everywhere.
Because I've always wondered that, because like when you go to football stadiums, obviously Aberdeen have their own songs about the club.
Yeah.
I always wonder, how does everyone learn it? Is it like a group chat? Is it like a... Do you know what I mean?
I think
is there a fans forum?
They just pick it up, don't they? So, I mean, going back in the days, there was no group chat back in the 70s and the 80s, but those songs have been passed down from generation to generation.
I think they did them through, they started them in fanzines, I think, some of them, because so that's one of the things. But a lot of them are also, it's quite funny, they're based off of old show tunes, like saying Guantanamera, like this old show tune from back in the day, And that seems to be the thing. But now you've got internet forums and stuff like that. And also there's loads of folk online who are just trying to start them. Some of them are quite good, like the Will Griggs on Fire thing, that was the guy online.
That was everywhere, that was.
Yeah.
What inspired this then? What the lyrics, where did that come from? What was the thought process behind that?
Just a gift from the universe.
Was it?
Just came from me, yeah. I genuinely wrote it in my head.
Have you mentioned any players' names in the song? Because that can sometimes... Okay, who's got a mention there?
Well, it goes...
Has Charlie Adam got a mention?
He's not, no.
Oh, okay.
There's only a few. A lot of people are upset that Lawrence Shanklin's not mentioned because he scores some 0 yards, Right. But they've got Kenny McLean from 50 yards... You've got Kieran Tierney from 30, and then Scott McTominay with a bicycle kick. But there's also an honorary mention to James McFadden.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Of course. And Archie Gemmell.
Annie McQuist?
Not in there.
That shocked me because he is everywhere.
Wow. Yeah.
I know, but
he's everywhere.
But his best Scotland goals, like the Euros '96,
So still got, tip your hat.
I mean, I would tip my hat to all of them. I could, I did all get a mention. There's not enough time.
Is this the first time you've tried this? Like, have you tried anthems before and it hasn't quite grabbed the Scottish public, but this one has? Like, is this your debut at doing it?
That's a good question. I've done some for Aberdeen that did okay. Did a cup final one in 2013-14.
Wow, okay.
That did okay. I haven't touched any anthems or anything like that. I just do them for my own fun, and they seem to pick up.
Sorry, excuse my ignorance. When you say they did okay?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean only 10 people sang it, or what does that mean?
No, I'm being very modest because I'm a genius.
Yeah.
No, it's so I did an Aberdeen song where everyone held a word of like a piece of paper up saying "Come on Aberdeen," something like that. Cut a video together. It's got 100,000 views or something like that. But for Aberdeen, it's quite a lot.
It's a lot.
I know, I think so. And it did really big numbers on Spotify and all those sorts of things. So I've done a few of them that have gone viral. I've been really lucky with it so far. But no, Scotland ones is the first one.
Love it.
So in about 15-20 minutes time, you're going to be
I'm going to try and play it live.
You're going to try and play it live. Okay,
Yeah.
cannot wait. Okay, thanks for coming. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here. Jason Cundy and Darren Bent. JJ Bull is with us, and as he said there, he's going to play the very unofficial World Cup song at around about 20 minutes' time this evening. Carl Walker and Charlie Adam join us back in the studio next. They'll give us their Scotland and England starting 11 for the openers. Do not forget, follow us from 7. Hugh Wozencroft brings you the first game of the World Cup. Hosts Mexico versus South Africa. We kick off at 8 p.m.
What about the World Cup? Is the US of A ready for the World Cup? I went out with producer Luke and assistant producer Joe in the streets of Lower Manhattan yesterday, and we kind of gauged the feeling. You lot ready for this?
I think the country will probably be most into it right in the group stage because that's probably when we're going to do the best, unfortunately. You know, I think there are great soccer towns in America. I'm not sure New York is one of them.
Not that much this year, to be honest. With the Knicks in the finals, I think that's taken the attention of the city.
It doesn't sound like they're buying tickets, so, I mean, only so much. Yeah. I mean, they're not really buying into it. Did they not sell out the first game? Is that what I heard?
I don't follow soccer that much, so no. And then as a person that lives here, it's going to be quite disruptive for us. So, you know, but hey, should be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's at MetLife Stadium, so there's a lot of attraction there. You know, the Giants play there, the Jets play there, so there's going to be a lot of people flying in from overseas to check out the games for sure. Yeah.
So it's the biggest World Cup ever. Might it be the best World Cup ever?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Knicks, you know, but we'll get to the World Cup when we get there.
Gotta watch something. Gotta support everybody.
Okay, and the USA are in it. Obviously, they're one of the host nations.
But we ain't gonna win.
No, who'll win it?
More likely gonna be Spain.
Yeah, probably. How's Birmingham, Alabama?
Hot, mosquitoes, a lot of loud talking people.
Birmingham, Alabama. Wow, as the song goes,
That's where you can say howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'll remember that next time when I'm down in that part of the world. Do you think this place is ready for it?
Yeah, I've been around to a lot of the cities.
Good evening. Thank you very much for your company. You are listening to World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. I'm Jason Cundy alongside Darren Bent, Carl Walker and Charlie Adam are in the studio. It's our official World Cup launch party. Still to come, we're getting Carl and Charlie's World Cup predictions. And we're just a few hours away from it all getting underway.
Lionel Messi pens the ultimate ecstatic chapter to complete his already extraordinary story.
104 Super Bowls in 1 month.
World Cup will take soccer to the next stage in America. There is no doubt about that.
Ronaldo has done it! A hat-trick for Portugal! Finishers, rifling effort, blasted into the net.
Big players, big expectations, big moment. That's just the way we like it in a World Cup.
Mbappe has a hat-trick. He has his place in history. It's Kane, edge of the penalty area, goes alone and scores!
We dare to dream, and it's important.
50,000 inside Hampden go crazy, and Scotland have done it!
Just give in to the joy of football. But now the page is turned. The waiting over.
Yes, the talkSPORT network is the only place to be this summer with live commentary for every single game, 104 of them from the World Cup. And it all gets going when we're done from 7 with live commentary of Mexico against South Africa in the opening game. But now, as we're joined by former stars of both England and Scotland, Carl Walker and Charlie Adam, we thought and asked them for their respective starting 11s for the opening group games. Carl, let's start with you. England take on Croatia next Wednesday live here on talkSPORT. Give us your starting 11. I mean, Pickford's in goal, right?
Yeah, Pickford's in goal. I think what he's done for England is completely outstanding. Right back, Reece James. I'm going to have to go with Reece. 2 centre-backs. I'm going to sit on the fence a little bit here.
Come on, Carl.
I'm going to sit on the fence. But I'm going to go John and Mark, just because of the club experience that they have, the knowledge of playing together. So I'm going to go for John and Mark. And O'Reilly. I actually do think Jed Spencer's really good. I think really good going forward, and he can bring something different. But I think O'Reilly, from his season that he's had, you have to put him there, and I think he's earned that starting position. I think the midfield speaks for itself for me with Declan, Anderson, and I'm going to go Jude, just because of, I think, Jude in big moments. I think you look back a little bit onto the Euros where we was digging in a little bit, and he kept on coming up with important goals. You know, that bicycle kick and everything like that. I think that doesn't go in. Obviously, we don't make it through. So big players step up in big moments, and I think he can deal with the pressure.
Carl, do you think he gets a little bit unfairly treated, Jude? I think he's top, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it almost feels like, not everybody, but whenever there's a selection dilemma in midfield, it's always like, do you know what, Jude? I think we can get Jude out. Do you ever feel that?
I think with young players from England, when they go to a club like Real Madrid, they're always going to be put on a pedestal above people.
Yeah.
I look back at my time that I had the pleasure of playing with him with Rooney, and the same for you. And the expectations on his shoulders was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And sometimes people forget that he's still young, he's still learning the game, and he's still got room for growth. And he's going to make mistakes, and he's not going to do things that are completely right.
Yeah.
But his talent for his age and what he carries on his shoulders is above none for me.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go for my personal opinion would be Rashford. I think
same, agreed.
Marcus is someone that I've had the pleasure of playing with for a number of years now, and the pleasure of playing against as well. And he can create something out of nothing. You know, I've seen him score goals at the Etihad that you don't want him to score, and I think he's played in big moments like that as well. I'm not saying Anthony Gordon hasn't, but I think he's just got a little bit more experience than Anthony. But I think Anthony's, last night was very good, very direct. Carried the ball well and caused them a lot of problems.
No point. There's no point talking about centre forward.
The skipper picks himself.
No, you've got to say it.
The skipper picks himself. But listen, I think you look at Watkins and what he's coming on and doing.
Yeah.
We need goals, and I've said it, last night, and I'll say it this afternoon, that England need goals from other areas. And if Harry isn't firing for one particular reason or another, to have Ollie Watkins coming off the bench, or even Ivan Toney in certain moments, it's a good stead to have. And then I think Saka they've won the Premier League and they're in the Champions League final. Saks has been incredible after everything that happened at Wembley, with England. So to come back from that, I think he's done tremendously well.
Charlie, we'll come to you in a second. It's a question to both of you, actually. When I looked at the squad that was picked, I thought Lewis Hall was desperately unlucky not to be in there. I thought he was outrageously good last season. But then I look at Jed Spence and Livramento. I just wonder, I get the impression he's gone with athletes. And because of the temperature, potentially, you could have a situation where an hour, 70 minutes in, they're flagging, and you bring on legs and energy like that. Do you see that as well? I'll come to you, Benty, first.
Yeah, maybe, because I'm with you. I thought Lewis Hall would have gone, for sure.
I'm not saying he's not an athlete, but when you look at Jed Spence compared to Lewis Hall...
These boys can get up and down.
Right, wow. I mean, Jed Spence could Livramento.
Yeah, potentially, because I thought Lewis Hall was outstanding. Maybe dipped off. Maybe it's the way he ended the season. I know he had a few injuries as well, but the way he started, I said, he's Sean. He's starting. But then the way he ended, Newcastle didn't really end great. He didn't really play that well, which is why I was a bit shocked. And don't get me wrong, I think he's earned his place and he's done really well. That Dan Burn was in there. That one shocked me, especially after Harry Maguire. I was a bit like, ooh, okay, didn't see that one.
I think you even look at Luke Shaw. I think
even another one.
People forget Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's had a fantastic year for Manchester United. To be in the tournaments that Luke Shaw has been in as well. And, okay, probably he's not got the legs of Jed Spence and Livramento, but his experience, and you could probably sit him next to the centre-halves and let Reece James go a little bit higher. I think that also could have given you a little bit of a competition. But I do agree with you that he's gone for athletes. I think now Thomas is playing a lot of counter-attacking football with pace. You know, you look at the Bayern teams that he had and the Chelsea teams that he did in PSG, you know, it was a lot about pace and counter-attacking football.
Do you know what? I mean, Carl made a point there, and it's a difficult position to be in, of Watkins and Ivan Toney, because Kane is an immovable object. Like, he's that good. He's one of the greatest of all time, right? Harry Kane. To just sit behind him constantly year after year after year, it's hard. It's so difficult for them. So when Watkins comes on and does what he does, I think, do you know what, fair play to him, because he even got left out of the last England squad before the World Cup. He deserves all the credit in the world he does to come back from where he's at, because every single time he turns up to play for England, he's not playing. He knows he's not playing because Kane's there. It's real tough.
I think you have to accept that when Harry Kane's there, you know, especially the seasons, but especially long.
It's hard to accept it sometimes, because I know, listen, Kane's the best, right? But if Watkins keeps scoring goals, it doesn't matter how many goals Watkins scores, he's never going to play.
The thing is, everyone talks about the starting 11, and I understand that. But there's no reason why Morgan Rogers can't come on and do what he did in a game. There's no reason why Livramento can't do it. Jed Spence can't do it. Rashford or whoever starts, Gordon. And Nani Belaweki on the other side.
But there's always
the squad. It's just
I get that, but there's chances for those guys to get into the squad. Morgan Rogers, but Kane is there. No, he's England captain. He's there.
Of course, and I understand that completely.
And is that why he's not picked Foden, Palmer? Because he knows that possibly it gives him a headache if they're not playing.
Maybe in terms of their character. I mean, I don't know them.
No, I don't know them either. And I'm just going through their. They're very, very good players, top players. You know what I mean? Fell and Palmer and the lads that have been left out. Does he think, right, I know that I've got my 14, 15 I'm going to look at, and the other ones every day, Henderson driving, training, the standards. Is he going to get that with Foden and that not playing? Is it going to become a grumble within the camp? Is that going to set morale?
But I think the starting 11 that plays the first game does not finish.
No,
please come to get to the final. It doesn't. It's not the same.
No.
They don't.
It's amazing how often a team will start a tournament.
Yeah.
By the end,
they won't finish it.
No, players can play themselves in and play themselves out. Charlie, let's go to you. Haiti on Saturday night. Does the team pick itself? Is it as simple as what? I mean, I think we all agree Carl's probably right close to what's going to happen here. Is the Scotland one as simple as that?
No, I think ours changed a little bit. Well, none of our goalkeepers have played all season. So we have a big decision to make.
Choice, aren't they?
Who did he go? Angus Gunn? Did he go Craig Gordon? Did he go Liam Kelly? I think you go to talk about tournament experience. I think Craig Gordon at 43 years of age you got to give that opportunity. You got to go with it. I know that Brian Gunn's not too happy with me. I said it before, and I got a message from him saying, obviously knowing the Angus Gunn camp, I said, no, but I just have a feel experience, tournament experience, what we got.
He's top draw, Craig, as well.
He said he's not played as much this year, but he's had some brilliant saves when he's played. So yeah, I would go for him. Aaron Hickey's one where, again, injuries have curtailed his season really, but again, watched him in a friendly against Curaçao at Hampden, and I think it was really excellent. Looked fit, sharp, athletic. So I think he'll play it right back. And I look at the two centre backs for me, are Suter and McKenna. Two good footballers that can play with the ball, good leaders, good organisers, will put their head on anything, which is really important. I think Jack Henry's a good footballer, But I think Souttar's experience of, you know, playing at Rangers week in, week out is really going to help him. And Andy Robertson picks himself as the left back.
Is Tierney fit?
Tierney's fit, he's there. But it's just trying to find where you play him. Do you play him left centre back? No, because I think McKenna's probably ahead of him in there.
Is there a chance against Morocco, let's say Brazil, that Clarkey actually does go?
Yeah, he might go back to a 3 at the back and go with 3-5-2 or, you know, 5.
This, against Haiti, he can't do that.
No,
he's got to be brave and go. We need to win this game. We need to win this game by 2 or 3 goals.
But again, they get in the Denmark game and that he's played 4 at the back, and that was a big result for us. So I expect him to go with a 4. Billy Gilmore getting injured was a massive blow for us, massive blow, and I expect him to play as well. I think he's a brilliant player, brilliant footballer. We need people who are going to keep the ball for us in the heat, and I thought he would have been standout to start. So that changes a little bit what I'm thinking now. I think he goes with Lewis Ferguson and Ryan Christie as the 2 6s.
Okay.
I think 2 good footballers in there. Ferguson's got good power, played in Bologna, captain there, so I think they 2 plays the 6. Gannon Doak plays on the right hand side.
Pace.
Yeah, power, strength. Again, coming back from a bad hamstring injury picked up against Denmark, so hopefully he's back up to speed. Was very good the other night. McTominay plays as the 10 because then you can release him a little bit and not have to worry about back the pitch. And McGinn will play on that right hand side for me. I would have probably played Christie if he was available on the right hand side if Gilmore was there. But I think John will play on that right hand side and do a job for the team. No, I'd probably like to play him on the right hand side where he's cutting in with his left. And then for me, I think it's Lawrence Shanklin at the top end of the pitch, just because of the goals he scored.
Yeah.
He's the more natural goal scorer that we've got in the squad. Adams and Dykes have done brilliant for us to get us to a point. But I just think what Lawrence has done this year for Hearts, got to move to Rangers and score a few goals in the friendlies. I think that will be the team that I think would start the game. But Steve's the one to pick it, and whoever he picks, he'll get criticised for it.
Got to win it. He'd come away with a victory, couple of goals.
He's got to win what?
Yeah, you just got to win that game. Got to
win the game. I thought you'd win the World Cup. We've got to win it.
No, come on. That's the voice of Charlie Adam. He's alongside Kyle Walker. I'm Jason Cundy alongside Darren Bent. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. Still to come, we bring you team news from the openers. Mexico take on South Africa live on talkSPORT tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff. Next though, we hear a live performance from Scotland's very unofficial World Cup musician JJ Bull.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you're pleased for him. 1-year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where he can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy, because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans, because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling everyone how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfred Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, it very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nicol there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there before, and then Jay Heaps, and then myself.
And Paul Marion as well.
I think what Wilfred did, he adapted to the U.S. culture, and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic, and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at Villa. He's the boss. He knows what he's doing. When I first got there, it was the first time I had met him and knew him other than playing against him. He's quirky in how he runs the club, but then there's always a moment when a manager really sets that I'm the boss. And we had a meeting one day, and he knew everything that was going around the training.
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas, including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
Adidas stripes, bottle of blue, Friday nights, bucket hats, Parker zips, 3 lines loud, voice half ripped, Union dreams, Britpop lies, Air Max hope and let it cry. We thought that football.
Thanks for your company. Good evening. You are listening to World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT, brought to you by our friends at Burger King. Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app. It's me, Jason Cundy, Darren Bent, Carl Walker and Charlie Adam with our official World Cup launch party live from talkSPORT headquarters on the 17th floor. Still to come, we'll be getting Carl and Charlie's World Cup predictions. That, though, is the unofficial England song by the half-timers featuring, yes, their very own Carlton Cole. Cole is rapping there, and Marco of this parish on the decks. You can hear that in all usual places that you download, wherever you get your music. Shortly, we'll hear from the very unofficial Scotland World Cup song from JJ Ball, we spoke to a little bit earlier. First, though, let's head back out to the World Cup launch party in the office where Angelina Kelly is with some fans. Ange, who have you got?
Yes, I have got Brazil fan Felipe here with me. You were in the studio with the guys a little bit earlier, but I want to talk to you about Brazil. Not done it since 2002. We've got Don Carlo Ancelotti at the wheel. Can he bring it home for you?
Oh, I do really hope so. You know, it's like you mentioned, it's been since 2002. It's the longest period. It's matching the longest period that we haven't done it in, and I think it's our time really. I think the expectations are high. I think we got a strong enough squad. Don Carlo himself, the first foreigner to lead our country. So I do back him. I think he's I think we're going to do well. Obviously, you're always going to have a bit of luck in tournaments like this, but I think we've got a good chance.
Now, there was a lot of talk about the squad that was selected, people like João Pedro being left out, Neymar in there. Were you happy to see Neymar there?
I think so. I think you can criticise him for whatever, and you got to look at. You basically got to judge him on the pitch. I think like Neymar is an incredible player. Is he going to play the whole time? I don't think so. Like Ronaldo, like Messi, I don't think they're going to be starting, but I think he can play a good part. He's got a moment in him, and sometimes that's all you need, really. You can always be happy. I think you should be happy with a player like Neymar in your squad, for sure. I'll back him for sure, yeah.
And you've obviously got Vinicius Jr. as well involved, one of the biggest players in the world right now. Brazil and England, I think if I'm doing my maths correctly when I'm looking at my wall chart that I've got at home, England and Brazil could face each other. Are you worried at all about what Thomas Tuchel's team's got?
Look, it could be tasty. I think quarterfinals, right? So that's. I think if everything works out the way it should, England should meet Brazil in the quarters. That would be tasty. So, I think it'll be a great match. Thomas Tuchel, again, doing a very good job. I think we got a lot going forward. I think our attacking power is pretty good. Is Don Carlo going to maybe sit back a little bit and protect the defence? Maybe so, but England, incredible squad as well. So I think it'll be a good match-up. Hopefully it'll get to it.
Well, you were much kinder than the Spain fan that I spoke to earlier, who said that it was going back to Spain and England didn't have a chance. But yeah, maybe Don Carlo at the wheel could do something for Brazil.
And thank you very much indeed. Boys, I'll come to you, Charlie, first. Brazil, it's not a World Cup without Brazil, obviously. I think they're the only side ever to be in every single World Cup.
1-5 as well.
Yeah, they're not bad at it. They're one of the favourites, but not the favourite.
No, and again, it was a big decision in terms of did they bring Neymar or not, and again, talking about how he develops not playing every game. I think he's 34 now, but the talent that they've got on show is incredible at the top end of the pitch, and you could never rule them out. I think they've got one of the best managers ever to grace football, in Ancelotti. So yeah, be interesting to see how they do it. And let's say Paul Clement, an Englishman, trying to win it for Brazil as well. So we were just talking there about the run that England have got to go, and if they want to win it, is incredible. But this Brazil squad are very, very good.
Do you know what, the spine? That's what you look at. You got Edison and Alisson, which take your pick.
Yeah.
Gabriel, Marquinhos.
Yeah, no, they're two centre halves.
You got Casemiro in there. You got Bruno Guimaraes. Then you go up top. You got Rafinha, Neymar, Igor Thiago, Cunha. The spine of their team's there.
It's not bad.
I didn't even mention him. Vinicius Jr.
And by the way, if they do win it, Don Carlo will go down as the greatest manager ever.
Well,
well, I mean, look, he's won a World Cup, he's won Champions League, he's won the Premier League, he's won La Liga. I mean, where do you want to place him? Okay,
It's a great shout. But you know what's going to happen then? Right. Pep's definitely taking an international job.
Right, earlier in the show, we were joined by international football music superstar JJ Bull to discuss his new song, which has taken Scotland fans by storm. And we're delighted now to have a live performance from the man himself. This is JJ Bull with the very unofficial Scotland World Cup song.
Cost there, John.
Hampden Park kinda sucks, but I will go there anyway. I think that we might lose, but I will go there anyway. Because I wanna see Kenny McLean from 50 yards. I think he's gonna score. Kieran Tierney from 30 yards. I think he's gonna score. Scott McTominay with a bicycle kick. I think he's gonna score. Scott McTominay, Ballon d'Or. The USA kinda suck. We've got to go there anyway. Mexico is on fire. Ole. Canada is on the snow. But I will go. It's bread and circuses, baby. It's fire and ice. But when we win the World Cup, yeah, it will be nice.
I want to see Kenny McLean from 50 yards. I think he's going to score. I want to see Kieran Tierney from 30 yards. I think he's going to score, yeah. It's Scott McTominay. With a bicycle kick. I think he's going to score. It's Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay, Ballon d'Or. It's Brandon Circuses, baby!
Come on, guys. JJ pulled out.
You was popping
It's a very unofficial Scotland song. I think that's what you call a grower. Eventually going, yeah, do you know what? I kind of...
Bit of a beat in that. I think it was the shades in the dancing that made me start dancing.
And
the way
then
he was
you
going on,
got the vibe there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chaz?
Get that when it's the World Cup, that song.
Oh, dearie me. Listen, well done, JJ Ball, by the way. It was entertaining. Like I said, it was a grab. At the end of it, I could feel myself going there. The shoulders were moving. Old Bentley was up, throwing some shapes as well. I'm Jason Cundy, he's Darren Carl Walker, John Adam are also here with us. The official World Cup launch party live from the talkSPORT headquarters. Next up, we're going to Crookie, Alex Crook. See if his minces have improved. He's over in Dallas. You want to listen to the World Cup Game Day live here, live on talkSPORT.
I'm looking at a photo of Bruno Fernandes right now, actually.
I thought that the 21 players today were absolutely brilliant. They all played well. The only person I didn't think contributed very much down the right was James. I was very disappointed with him. He didn't really support the winger, and that was a concern, not like the left-hand side, which was absolutely brilliant. But one other point I just want to bring up, we made 11 substitutes. You can't do that in the World Cup, I'm afraid. You know, we're going to have to keep some of the players on, and as long as the back four keep okay, we'll be able to make the other 5 substitutes at the business end.
Yeah, I mean, it's a friendly, and that was used as that. He'd done something.
Just minutes, get the boys minutes under the belt.
They've got
in these conditions.
They've got an hour's football tomorrow. Another friendly. He'll probably change things around. There's a number of players that came on 71 minutes. Have highlighted those. I think today's exercise, or last night's it was, I think it ticked all the boxes, Gemma.
It's put us in a great position. I think we're in the best position to be, finally trying to bring this home. I think the players all look up for it. The cohesion, the style is what we've been crying out for. Yeah. That aggressive front foot, punishing teams, attacking football because we've got the players to do it. Not being afraid of anyone. And I think that's the style we've all been crying for, and we're finally seeing it.
Yeah. Who starts centre half for you, Cole?
Oh, Stones and Gay, without a doubt. I put Concert out on the right, or bring in Spence and put him on the right.
Yeah, not dropping Reece James.
Well, I don't think James contributed very much, but obviously the manager likes him a lot, but he's going to contribute more to the attacking side of it.
Yeah, I think Reece was slightly more reserved.
I think that's it. I said the game was that easy. Yeah. He was just reserved.
Should the England cricket team be banned from drinking while in camp? This all over that incident on Monday, which has seen Ben Stokes and Gus Atkinson dropped from the second test against New Zealand. England managing director Rob Key has told talkSPORT they can't even trust their players to stick by the current rules.
Should it be a case that they're drinking after a game, even if they win, even if you think that these are grown men that can make good decisions, they need to show us, myself in this management position as well as the ECB, that they can be trusted. At the moment they don't look like that.
Rob has also told us now is not the time to review Stokes' captaincy. Now, Omar Artan, the referee blocked from entering the US for the World Cup, has been appointed to officiate the UEFA Super Cup. Simon Jordan says it's a positive, but it's gamesmanship from UEFA against FIFA. He's also told us there's a reason he can enter Europe and not the US.
The US has a different visa approach, it has a different immigration policy than different countries, and every country has a unique perspective. And if he hasn't qualified, whether we agree with it or not, for the visa application criteria that the Americans put in there, it's got nothing to do with what's happening in Europe. We've got a completely different immigration policy.
Don't forget, talkSPORT will bring you the first kick of the tournament later at 7 p.m. when Mexico take on South Africa. And Wimbledon's prize money is up by 20% this year. The pot is now over £64 million. Get more at talksport.com.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
Oh, the old, well, Gavin's in there dancing around now. There's a party kicking off outside. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. Jason Cundy, Darren Bent, Kyle Walker and Charlie Hammond, an official World Cup launch party. For us from 7, Hugh Wilson-Croft hosts live coverage of the opening game of the World Cup as host Mexico face South Africa. But now we can head over to the States because our chief football correspondent, Alex Crookie Monster Crook, has landed in Dallas ahead of England taking on Croatia next Wednesday live here on talkSPORT. I'd like to say he joins us now. Let's have a look at the minces, Crookie. How are you, sir? There's a picture of those that are, there's a picture of a mannequin in a waistcoat with a cowboy hat. There he is. Now you can see us in vision. Crookie, it looked like you're enjoying Dallas. What's happened to your minces? Have you got a couple of stars in each eye?
When in Dallas, first and foremost, that video was taken around about 10 o'clock last night. I'd been up for 24 hours. I was trying to beat the jet lag and stay up as late as possible. So they're my excuses anyway. But I'll tell you what a brilliant night. As I said in the video, we found a lovely little locals bar. We made you feel very welcome. They all wanted to talk about football, the World Cup and England's chances. And then we watched that incredible NBA game when the Knicks came back from the dead to win it with the last play of the game. And I tell you what, it was absolutely brilliant. Much better than that game of basketball that Benty took me to in Washington.
I didn't take you there.
Yeah, superb night.
Washington Wizards, I did not. That was not my recommendation. The worst team in the NBA. That was Joe, our producer's recommendation, not mine.
Well, I tell you what, I found a new love for the sport having watched that last night. And if the World Cup is anywhere near as dramatic as that, we're in for a brilliant few weeks, aren't we? But I should tell you, as you say, I'm in Dallas. Producer Ryan, he likes to make me look a bit silly on camera, so we come down to Rock and Boots, a brilliant cowboy shop in Dallas. I've got the hat, I've got the shirt. I am embracing the culture.
That looks like Adrian Durham's shirt, doesn't it?
Yeah, he wears this on a normal Friday.
I think that's the best shirt. Crookie, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's the best I've ever seen you look. I've seen you come on Friday with some of the worst gear. You actually look decent, half decent there.
I tell you what, I've already had a ticket off from the missus back home. She's not a fan of the shirt. So, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be getting this out of the wardrobe too much back in the UK. But, yeah, the atmosphere is building. There's a lot of Mexican fans actually mulling around, looking at cowboy boots and hats in this store, and they're quite confident ahead of that first game, which is going to come to you live on talkSPORT. South Africa, not a brilliant team, and I think the Mexican fans are very confident they're going to get off to a winning start.
Crookie, before we talk about the football, I hear you had a nightmare with booking the apartment.
Well, yes and no. It's a lovely apartment, I've got to say.
Okay.
It's spacious. He's got a swimming pool. He's got a pool table. He's even got a cinema.
What's the no bit?
Well, the no bit is it was billed as a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, there's one bedroom with 3 double beds in it, and then there's a sofa bed in the lounge, which is the second bedroom. So obviously, I've taken the room with 3 beds, and poor old Ryan is having to sleep on a single bed. He's complaining he's got a bad back this morning.
I bet he has. Carrying
outrageous.
What's the atmosphere, Crookie? What is the atmosphere like? Because from the outside looking in, has America bought into it? You mentioned there's still American sports going on. By the way, there's some serious sport being played. Has it been kind of diluted slightly by the fact that is still going? Has World Cup fever hit completely, or is it a slow burner?
I think it's always going to be a slow burner, and I have to say, walking through Dallas Airport yesterday when producer Ryan nearly lost our luggage, by the way, nearly got us on the wrong flight coming out of Heathrow, but that's another story. There wasn't any sort of World Cup memorabilia. You would expect sort of welcome to Dallas 2026 World Cup merchandise. Yep. Didn't see any of that, and it was only really when we got to this sports bar last night and speaking to the locals about the tournament that you really got a sense of actually there is excitement here, but I think it will be a slow burner. I think it will probably ramp up once the USA play that first game against Paraguay over the weekend, and from the host perspective get off to a winning start, because I think it always helps a tournament if the hosts go deep into the draw, doesn't it? And obviously this is unique. We've got 3 different sets of hosts. I think I'm right in saying the only time a host nation have lost the first game of the World Cup was Qatar 4 years ago.
Crookie, Charlie here. What's the Mexicans obviously coming in with the confidence there? Is it going to be a big score tonight, and then does that set it up for the rest of the tournament, or are we looking at a 0-0 or a drab game to start the whole thing?
I think there's going to be goals, Charlie, actually, because as I say, this South African team is not a great team. Mexico have got some quality. Raul Jimenez leading the line up front, I think, would be a bit of a concern for me. Not someone who played regularly in the Premier League, but watch out from set pieces, and particularly their captain Montes. He is liable to come up and score from a free kick or a corner, so that's my prediction. But I think Mexico will win, and I think they'll probably win quite comfortably.
Crookie, we've got to let you go soon. There's some news on Elliot Anderson, the big transfer story. It looks like it's going to be this summer. Forest have rejected a massive bid for Manchester City. Is this deal going to get done, and if so, when?
I think it probably will get done. Ideally, Manchester City wanted an agreement in place before Elliot Anderson starts his World Cup campaign with England against Croatia, not far from here in Arlington next midweek. Whether that will happen, I don't know. What we can report is that bid that went in, £106 million plus add-ons, making it a £120 million transfer, has been rejected by Nottingham Forest. We know that Evangelos Marinakis is a ruthless negotiator. He showed that last year when Tottenham were trying to prize Morgan Gibbs-White away. I think he wants a British record fee, so he wants a fee that will eclipse the £125 million that Liverpool spent on Alexander Isak this time last year.
And also, is it true that Newcastle don't have a sell-on clause in that?
It is true, and they're getting a bit of stick for it, but let's be honest, nobody could have predicted what type of superstar Elliot Anderson was going to become when they did that deal.
And I do know that Eddie Howe protect yourself.
Eddie Howe didn't want to sell him. They only sold him because of their PSR issues, if you remember. It happened very early in that summer. But, yeah, I understand the frustration, because obviously Newcastle, in their financial climate, could have done with a part of this huge fee.
Crookie, you're an angel, top man. Enjoy, and we catch up soon. Alex Crook there.
Cheers, boy.
Cheers, matey, in Dallas. Carl, I'm going to come to you. Huge sum of money. He's a monster of a player in the middle of the park. I've seen him up close couple of times. I get the feeling he may well be potentially England's best player this tournament. He looks like he's right in the groove, and the way he played last night and the role he's got with players around him, better players around him. I mean, that's a serious acquisition, and Man City can get that.
No, it's obviously great for the football club, but the only thing that I was thinking about there when you're obviously saying that is what about Rodri? This is the Ballon d'Or winner we're talking about here. Can you fit both of them in the team? Is City going to really play with two holding midfielders? Is Anderson going to want to go further forward? Is Rodri going to want to go further forward? So, listen, it's a good predicament to be in. But for me, I always think you kind of keep the squad as happy as you can do. And I know Rodri personally. And if someone comes in at £130 million, you're going to want to play football.
Yeah.
So is that going to ruffle a few feathers? Hopefully not, because for Manchester City they need depth in the squad.
Charlie, you play centre midfield. Elliot Anderson, how highly do you rate him?
I think he's top. I think how he's growing at Forest. What I will be interested to see is how disciplined he becomes to play for Manchester City because of that sixth position. Where at Forest he can go and roam and get on the ball. Sometimes you see him on the right side or the left side trying to get on the ball. Be really interesting how, suppose if it is Maresca, how he plays him and Rodri if they play together. Did he play? I don't see him playing higher. I think it's between two for a sixth position. So it'll be really interesting to see how he does. I think he's got that discipline in him, but he probably needs that coached into him, because I think with Forest he had to make things happen at times as well, and lost that sort of bit. But I thought Singari was really good for him to play beside him at Forest. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But for over the last sort of 18 months since he's gone there, I think he's been top for Nottingham Forest.
Just going back to the point you were making, Carl, about Rodri. He's had his injury problems. Yep. Obviously, still top drawer. Is this a look to the future? Obviously, it is because of the age of him. But is this looking beyond Rodri? Do you think?
Yeah, I think obviously with the age gap of him and Anderson, you probably are saying that. But Rodri's not that old. No. The only thing that was letting Rodri down in the last couple of seasons is the injuries. Is that maybe Nico Gonzalez not really being in favour with the Man City high board? I've not been there when Nico was there, but you still pick Rodri. For me, is the Ballon d'Or winner, and what he's done for the Premier League and for Manchester City is unbelievable. Scoring goals in Champions League finals and scoring important goals to get us them trophies. So, listen, I think it's a great signing if they can make it and put it over the line, but you need to make sure that things are still in place at home before you start venturing out.
That's the voice of former England fullback and Man City fullback Carl Walker. He's alongside Charlie Adam. I'm Jason Cudd alongside Darren Bent. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live here on talkSPORT. Next up, we're going to be giving you our World Cup predictions. Kickoff was delayed even more by what was a monsoon over in the States, Gemma. But let's talk about England's performance. What do you make of it, first and foremost?
Look, they got the job done end of the day. They're going to come up against a lot tougher test.
Yeah.
I thought they were poor. Yeah. They couldn't even string a couple of passes together.
No.
And, they obviously England should have really scored more.
Yeah.
And Madueke, that should have been a goal. That's a shocker. I mean, Rodgers, he should have scored that as well.
Yeah.
And we are a little bit wasteful. I thought we were a bit wasteful, actually, against New Zealand, in all honesty, because they had chances and didn't punish them, only 1-0. But I have to say, I was really impressed with the energy, the fluidity, the movement. That opening 25 minutes, I thought we were good. Costa Rica were bad. I'm not going to take but you still have to put in a performance. We played against bad teams in the past and not put in that kind of performance.
No, like I said, the first 10, 15 minutes we were on the front foot. We not giving them a sniff. We was bopping the ball around.
High energy, high tempo, good press.
In this heat as well, good press, winning the ball high, being really cutthroat. But just sometimes not that little end product at times. We're just lacking.
Yeah,
and I think that will be a worry when we start getting into the latter stage of the tournament, when we come up to teams like Spain and France.
One chance might be all you get. Big chance in the game.
Exactly. And if we can't find that, and if we need, 10 or 15 chances to put one away against the bigger teams who are sturdy, who are better at the back, better at keeping the ball, that could come costly.
Indeed. 03717 223344. England 3, Costa Rica 0. They weren't great, but they'll want to.
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Because this summer, you and a mate could be jetting off to watch England versus Panama in New Jersey live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with Adidas, including tickets, flights, accommodation and more.
Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could be soaking up the incredible atmosphere at the FIFA World Cup 2026. For the chance to win every football fan's trip of a lifetime, enter now at talksport.com/win.
Some party music. This is it. Is the World Cup Gameday Live launch show. There's a party outside. Carl Walker, Charlie Adam, and me, Jason Cundy, alongside Darren Bett. We're joining that party in a second. You are listening to the World Cup Gameday Live here on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Guy. Here for it. Book it now at enterprise.co.uk. As I said, there is a party from talkSPORT HQ. Follow us from 7. Hugh Wizencroft even hosts live coverage of the opening game of the World Cup as hosts Mexico face South Africa. Right, stop what you're doing. The World Cup starts right now. We have our first team news of the tournament. It's Mexico versus South Africa in Mexico City. For the opener, it's live on talkSPORT. Nigel Adderley is your commentator, and he's got all the team news for us. Nige.
Yes, good evening, Jason. As the opening ceremony goes on out on the pitch, we have the two teams. The big decision for Mexico was whether they gave the veteran Guillermo Ochoa his 6th World Cup in goal, but they've gone for Raul Rangel of Guadalajara to be their number 1. They have one Premier League player in the starting lineup. That's Fulham's Raul Jimenez. He'll be supported by Julian Quinones, who pipped Ivan Toney to the Golden Boot in the Saudi Arabian League this season. As for South Africa, Lyle Foster of Burnley is their only Premier League player, and will be underway live on talkSPORT at 8 o'clock.
Nige, thank you very much indeed. Yes, just over an hour's time, the World Cup actually does kick off. You are listening to World Cup Game Day Live launch show, boys. Before we finish up, let's get Carl and Charlie's prediction ahead of the tournament kicking off. Carl, I come to you. Who's winning it?
I want England to, and I think England are going to go very far in it. I struggle to look past Portugal.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Portugal, I think, are going to go far.
The midfield, we spoke earlier.
Yeah, I think midfield controls games. Midfield controls games, and them two in the midfield are a joy to watch. They're a joy to watch. But I also don't think you can write Spain off.
All right.
So they're my 3 that I think will win it.
Okay. Chaz?
I'll go 3, okay? I'll go France.
Yeah.
I think Elise is going to be the standout. I think he's going to be the best player in the tournament.
The choice they've got up top.
Yes.
I'm not even going to mention Mbappe because but you've got Bacola, you've got Doué, you've got Cherky, you've got Elise.
Dembele.
Dembele, yeah.
I mean,
Ekitike, did he get injured? Yeah, Ekitike's injured.
Yeah.
I think for my son, I'll go England. I think we've got a chance. And my outsiders will be the Netherlands.
Okay.
That's my 3.
Benty?
Winner. I can't see past Spain or France. The only thing about France is they might implode. because of all the personalities they've got, the big egos.
But the fact that they come so close last time, there's a hunger amongst that squad. You remember back in 2002 when Senegal played them?
Yeah.
And they got knocked out of the World Cup. They didn't win a game. They didn't score a goal.
Yeah, I remember.
I know they've got Senegal opening game again, but I don't see that happening.
No, I think France or Spain. I think England have got a good chance, but I just think meeting Brazil potentially in the quarterfinals, South American team as well, difficult.
Yeah, we've seen the route, Charlie. You mentioned it in one of the breaks about if England do even get to the final, it's an unbelievable route.
Mexico, Brazil.
In Mexico.
Yeah, Brazil, Argentina, final.
Whoa.
It's the South American teams as well that you worry about, because for England you don't play them much. You play them in odd season friendly at the end of the season or something like that. Even like when Japan came to Wembley, Japan, everyone looked and was like, oh my gosh, like Japan are here. Yeah. Japan are here. So I think even when you go to the South American teams, it's a completely different way of playing football. They know the dark arts, don't they? They know how to win the fouls in crucial areas, and I think it's going to be tough, but I think we've got the team to do it.
Golden Boot winner, Bent will come to you first as a striker.
Mbappe. He turns up at World Cups, man.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Always.
Yeah. Okay. Cole?
Harry Kane. I'm always going to say it. I'm going to say it. No, he's not. Harry Kane. Mbappe's got to be up there, but I think Harry Kane, especially in the group stages, I think he can then
fill his boots.
Yeah, fill his boots in that.
Jez?
Yeah, Kane, I think, is best number 9 in the world at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He's an unbelievable runner form. Yeah. Dark horse, Carl, I'll come to you. Who's the one that might come out from the...
Japan.
Wow.
It's a great shout.
Japan.
Do you know what loads of people keep saying Japan?
Yeah. I just thought they was well organised in...
Was they beat Germany and Spain, didn't they? Last...
Yeah.
And Scotland. In a friendly.
I mean, it's only Scotland.
Here we go. There they are.
It's the only thing about...
You had to get that in.
No, but Japan for you?
The energy, like say, Kyle said, the organisation and discipline, I think it could be very good. But I think the Netherlands could be the dark horse as well.
Japan beat England as well, by the way. I'm surprised Charlie didn't come straight back at me. Go on.
Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I know. Well, the dark horse.
Yeah, Mexico.
Is that right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think they could have a good tournament.
Okay. Boys, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining myself and Benty. You've been listening to the World Cup Game Day Live. The World Cup is now officially underway. Next up, Hugh Wisencroft brings you the opening. It's Mexico versus South Africa. I'll be back on from 6 a.m. on talkSPORT Breakfast tomorrow morning, where Gabby Agbon-Lahore and Benty is back tomorrow from 4. Big thanks to Carl Walker and Charlie Adam for your company today. Thank you very much, boys. Don't go anywhere, because the World Cup is about to begin.
What did we learn from last night? The reason I asked that is I was watching, and I've said England from a long, long time ago. Maybe towards the end of qualifying, I thought England have got enough to win it, right?
Yes.
If Kane, Bellingham, the spine, and Declan Rice stays fit. I looked at the wingers, not necessarily at the left, because I think Rashford or Gordon are good enough. Either one of them I'll be happy with. But Noni Madueke there to fill in for Saka. Saka isn't going to be fit, or isn't going to be fit enough. Just, you take it around the goalkeeper and you've got an open goal and it's crying out for you to hit it with your right and you hit it with your left. Yeah. I worry that a mistake like that in a nothing game, it doesn't matter that I don't care. Yes. But what it did show me is, why hasn't he got enough composure to slot that home? That's a worry.
I would use my weaker foot there. If that's the opposite side for me. I was always confident on my weaker foot just to use it. But Rodgers misses the chance as well, where you go through 1v1 and he hits it to the side of the keeper. We've got to be clinical, because those sort of chances might be the only chances you get in a knockout game against the big boys if you're playing Portugal or Brazil. But I still look at it and say, who's the two